It's happened again. Someone's pulled the rug out from under you. An empire at your feet, and you've lost it all. Be honest, did you really deserve any of it? More important, what would you do to get it back? Careful, there's always a price to pay. What you decide will ripple across the years. Blood in the gutters and corruption on the wind. It'll be fun watching this unfold. What will you do with the power I've given you? How will you make your mark on this wretched world?
Cover your face, but I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time.
Before you strike. If you kill me, you become the assassin we claimed you were. You become one of us!
The years are long, but it's always good to see a familiar face.
All right, welcome back everyone to Dishonored 2. I'm Nargajan.
I'm Blackstar.
And I'm Jillybean.
And we're going to be continuing on with our lovely gameplay that Jilly's going to be driving. So if you haven't seen the last couple episodes, by all means, check out our channel on rampancy.net on YouTube. And you can see all of these, as well as all the other stuff that we do. We'd like to thank you for joining us. And Jilly, this is actually, what, level 7 out of, do you know what the
9.
total is? I can't remember. We have a total
9,
of 9. So, wow. So we actually only got a couple more weeks to actually get through. Oh, Leah Crow's joining us already. Aloha.
Hello,
Lovely
Crow.
Leah Crow in sunny downtown
Aloha,
Hawaii.
Leah.
How is Hawaii, actually? I'm curious to see, because I have not been checking lately how the land of...
By the way, I'm
fun
still on the load
volcanoes is.
screen. Okay, there it goes. Nothing was happening. I was like, is it working?
Well, I'm stalling, waiting for it to jump in.
And there's no audio.
Uh-oh, did we lose
There's
it?
not much to hear at the moment.
It may be very quiet.
Do you hear that?
No, it's 0. There's no audio.
Oh, hold on.
Somebody has to turn a knob.
We'll fix
So-
this.
While Jill
Let me
fills that...
let me make sure it's not me. No, I've just checked. That's not muted.
Oh, Leah says it's been fair weather since the hurricane. Well, that's good to know.
Fair weather
Okay.
since the hurricane.
Did you change
yeah, I
it?
know.
Okay, I've got it
Actually,
now.
I'm having some problem with Mumble's audio all of a sudden as well. So
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah,
I can hear you
internet's-
fine. So from our perspective, that's good. And I have the game audio now. I don't know if you did anything yet.
I haven't done anything. That's weird.
That's weird. Okay, just
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna restart Mumble for 2 quick seconds. Hold on.
okay.
Alrighty, let's talk. Oops.
Okay. Everything seems fine over on this end. We can hear you, and we can still hear the game.
It's something in my audio has gone wrong.
Ah.
Because my game audio also sounds weird. Okay, it will probably resolve itself. Does it sound okay to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it'll resolve itself.
Okay. My guess is it may just be that voice meter banana probably has to be restarted because a lot of times those things
possess the rats.
Don't think changes on the fly because there's software, not hardware, which to me is always a little frustrating. Oh, Zachary Stevens in the chat. Hi, Zachary. Hello. How are you? Thanks for joining. And yeah, should we also announce, are we going to be doing our special thing after this? If we decided whether or not we were going to continue it directly, or are we just going to do it later on this afternoon?
No, we're going to record it and upload it later. So
okay, cool.
It'll be up like maybe late today or tomorrow.
Cool. Okay, well, we got something coming up. So for all the regular viewers, we've actually got a segment on the special event that Destiny posted yesterday. There was actually a new game mode that we got a chance to preview. So we'll have a little something special for you guys later.
So did everybody. You know. Rat, get the rat. No.
Too late. That's not an area we needed to get through, is it?
I think they're afraid.
Actually, that's a really good question. I wonder, it probably could possess that rat and skip over a little chunk of this level.
Well, I'm just wondering, is that by design?
Because look, I have no mana.
Oh, that's right. No abilities. So that was what you said. It happens in this level. We don't have any abilities.
Yeah.
Great.
So we feel drained in this place. Let's oops. Let's go for a wander.
Dust District. Just in case you didn't know where you were. Like you could.
I do love expositional graffiti as a trope. It's one of my favorite things.
Really? I don't know. It's starting to wear on me.
It makes me laugh so much.
I'm just surprised they don't mark up door, window. You know, I mean, it just seems fairly obvious things that don't quite need exposition.
Oh, okay. Now, how much commitment is there to the playing with no powers bit, or is this just like you lose them for a little bit and your first objective is to get them back?
Well, let's wait and see. This, I think, is my favorite level. Whoop.
Oh, really? For a person who loved the stealthy and loved the magic stuff and everything, and not having your powers is fun for you?
I dreamed.
I find that odd.
We were hunting.
Oh, Leah says, yeah, can we get a quick reminder of where we are, who we are, and where we're going?
We are Emily, who is the deposed Empress of Dunwall, and she is out on a mission of revenge. We're hunting down Aramis because we know that I think 3 years ago something happened in this mansion which gave Delilah, who dethroned us, her powers. So we are trying to find out what happened here.
Yes, we're after Shave McCheese here.
Yeah.
The dancers we.
It's a revenge trope.
Ooh.
I can't stand the way they look at me. Ashworth, Jindosh, and little Luca.
So we've already killed Ash. Well, we've dealt with Ashworth and Jindosh.
And little Luca?
That's Luca Abel.
Ah.
So we haven't dealt with him yet.
Open the way.
We have to discover Delilah's secret.
Side, Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock.
That's a bit harsh.
A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion.
Next to their grand piano.
Plan. And a part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking.
Once you're broken,
It's not exactly
what else can you be?
place. And it's much older and stranger than you could ever know. It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house, the void is leaking through a pinprick left behind by Delilah's little trick. Even magic is perverted here. and things don't work.
Yeah, I tried to possess a rat and I couldn't.
Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece. Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
Not made from somebody's eyeballs, is it?
Let's look at this timepiece.
What is that?
It's a time turner. It's so you can take like more than one class a semester.
Yeah. Let's pick it up.
I did that once. Didn't turn out so well.
The one in the void hears everything.
The outsider hears everything you say.
It's a flashback device.
Are we going to see
Yeah.
another void dragon?
Okay, so we unfold the timepiece with X, and if we move over here, there we can see what this was like 3 years ago.
Oh, neat.
Coming out of the walls.
So,
Ruining the carpet.
present, 3 years ago. And then the coolest part,
By the void.
And then you go there. So now we're
yep,
here.
Is demanding refreshments and
Or-
I can't get in without the combination.
Are we really?
yep.
Leah says, "Oh, I need one of those."
Study.
I had to skip on Hawaiian and welding.
Okay, so now I was going to say we're just viewing the past, not really interacting with it, because
Oh, no.
therefore we wouldn't
Nope,
create a
we
time
are
paradox, and now
in
you're actually
the
stealing food from the
past.
past.
By the royal
Oh my
Okay.
god. Does that mean we can become our own grandfathers?
Ooh.
Yes, that's her.
Emily wouldn't be able to manage that, at least not without additional actions.
Some work being done.
Well, here's the thing. Can we, now that we are in the past and we seem to be wandering around and nobody can notice us, can we use the device to show them the future so we could get them to stop doing whatever it is that ruins it?
No, we're the only ones that can do it. So you know how we couldn't get through that door?
Yes.
Well, we can.
Now we can.
No, we
Well,
just open
so
it.
this door is locked. We can't get through it. But if we jump
Only way out of here is through the present.
forward in time,
This timepiece.
walk through the door.
And then go back.
Yep.
Wow.
Tell the Empress that
Leah says, "Oh, figs, how thematically appropriate."
So this hallway this hallway has been barricaded after the door. So we step through the open door, go back to the
Yep.
other time zone, then go into the past when the barricade doesn't exist, and walk through that.
Yep.
Stilton's home was quite nice before whatever happened.
Yeah, strangely enough, he didn't buy his house as a ruin.
Wait, are you crouch walking?
Yep. And now we
that
are
supposed
through a
to
door
help?
that we couldn't get
Clean
through.
and dry. A house goes to rot.
I like crouch walking. It's stealthier.
I'm just glad we're not seeing it in third person perspective. I think it would look odd.
Yeah.
Friend
where's
Friend
the
Bo
timepiece
basically
gone?
had this same mechanic.
Yeah. Golfer's in the chat. Hey, Golfer. He says, hey, guys.
Hey, Golfer.
Thanks for joining us. Or
So,
continuing
for
on, or
example,
Dishonored.
we can do things like we could creep up behind this lady, strangle her. Nobody would see.
Why would you want to strangle her?
Can you
Well, yeah.
can you initiate an attack through the fan like that, or do
Wait,
you have to fully
you have to
transition to the past?
Jump
Hold on,
into
have
the
we
next time
established-
zone.
Have we established that these people are evil in the past somehow that I'm not aware of?
No, but we might
that
need to
hasn't
deal
really
with them.
mattered so far for us.
I'm
So,
sorry.
for example,
got a little moral problem with it. Don't stab the person.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to stab her. I'm going to make her sleep. I need to
Great. Now dinner's gonna be late.
just hush. Sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep.
By the way,
It's okay.
what
It's
was
okay.
what was dinner over there? Can you take a look at dinner?
It was a rabbit.
Is that what it was? It looked very large.
The bunnies are bigger here.
There's like a vegetable stew.
Oh, don't put her in the pot.
No, I
Some
meant
bread.
I meant the.
Oh, I
the,
think it's a dread rabbit
okay,
because Dishonored.
right.
Those ones I probably wouldn't mind eating. The cuter ones, though, I'd have a problem with.
Are you trying to put the body through the vent?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that she wouldn't be found.
Fair enough. Convenient
Zachary-
for them to
Alarm.
have these body shelves up here.
Yeah, Zachary says,
Very
instead
considerate.
of death, they have brain damage now. That's
Look,
like super
a little,
bad for you.
A little unconsciousness never hurt anyone.
Yes, it did. Your neurologists say so.
If
can
it
see
was
the
bad
meme
to be
now where
unconscious,
there's-
why does everyone in the NFL
It's not, it's not being unconscious that's the problem. It's how you get there due to blood loss.
So that grate is open in the past.
Right.
So, ba-dump.
Yep.
Great.
Now Emily needs to tap this shelf up here and say, and you can fit so many bodies up here.
Can you, though? Can you?
Oh, yes. I mean, it looks like you can fit a dozen bodies up there.
I know, but it's just so much work. But no, I'm just wondering, what do we have? What do we have a problem with his staff for? I don't understand that. They don't seem to be enemy combatants, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but they would be going, why is there a person just wandering around here?
Alarm.
Well, I've never understood why they haven't been able to see you just because of you crouching and holding this giant, weird time-traveling device. I would think that would be kind of, you know, obvious.
Hey, there's a body we didn't cause.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah. Oh, there's a gun and bullet. Do we need to grab that?
I'm full of guns and bullets.
Yeah, you never really use many.
And so we can see...
It's always about stabby and arrows. Who are just doing their jobs.
This is quite cool. So you see that there?
Yep.
Is in the present. And this is what it looks like in the past, and it's got some support struts. So if we go somewhere here will be good.
So what happens if you go into the past and burn down the house? Then you won't have a house in the future be able to go in? Do you know what I mean? It like really messes up temporally.
Today feels different. Stilton.
God damn it, that did not work.
No, it did not. Wow, what happened?
The shooter!
In the corner. Oh my god! Oh, lost picture. Oh, okay, there we go.
So it's still alive at the moment. If I can shoot the other... But oh, where did she go? Yes, go further that way.
How come not freaking out saying, oh my god, where did this person go? They were just here.
I think she was freaking out slightly.
Was she? Yeah, I just didn't hear any dialogue to the effect.
Well, because she said it 3 years ago.
I'm wondering, yeah, can you bring one of them back to you to the future?
You can't bring them back to the future, Marty.
That must be disconcerting.
But we can break that, and then...
It'll also
in the
be
future,
broken in the future?
it will have fallen down entirely.
Yep.
Right?
So the things we do in the past change.
Right, affect the future.
Yeah.
And nobody in 3 years had a chance to fix that.
Apparently not. Well, he probably ran out of money. Yeah, Leah says, better not leave any witnesses.
Yeah. What happened that night is what broke Stilton. So the whole place sort of, it's
So
the last
nothing gets
party,
fixed
if you
after
like.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathema Weber's in the chat. Hi, Nathema. Nathema says,
Hi, Nathema.
Welcome to our continuation of Dishonored 2 after the Armageddon. We're now playing Back to the Future, where we've got this sneaky, lovely little device allowing us to beam back and forth between this old house and the new house, where Jilly's knocking out the staff repeatedly. Oh man, what if you actually kill, like, I don't know, your parents' boyfriend's sister's uncle's cousin's former roommate or something, and like totally ruin your existence?
Ago, so you're not going to affect your timeline that much.
Yeah, but it's always the weird elements that you don't quite count for. That, you know, somebody said somebody to here, and somebody knew somebody there, and they dated whoever, and they showed up one day that ended up saving your life, and you know, there's always that weird interconnecting weaving that you know, a lot of people don't account for, all the coincidences.
What do you think is the most that the game will have expected you to do? So, what do you think is the biggest thing the game will let you change?
Butterscotch.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just having a butterscotch. I don't know. As far as...
Well, I mean, if you can prevent him from going crazy, can't he explain to you in the present what was going on, or what?
Well, I thought maybe we were going to try to prevent Delilah from actually achieving her powers, therefore preventing her takeover of...
From ever having happened.
Exactly, yeah. That once time travel came into play, that made me think that might be a particular goal. Or maybe even something deeper where she has much greater assets available now that she knows when and where the takeover is going to be attempted. She could be ready for it, perhaps. I don't know. Once you start bringing in a time travel mechanic, it opens up all kinds of possibilities. Now, the only question is for people that like or dislike those type of mechanics. Personally, I like those because it makes you think of all kinds of alternate possibilities and variations therein. Some people hate time travel mechanics in any way, shape, or form. So
it's some focal point.
Butterscotch.
I need the combination to Stilton's study.
I got totally turned around. That's the study, right?
We have to ask the flies for the combination.
Nice.
Apparently not. I love how they always kind of behave like insects. They don't automatically always swarm and attack straight at you every time.
Okay. Ooh, money.
Do we really need that?
No.
I just didn't know if that was a personal thing or whether they would actually become important later.
Actually, before we go through there, I want to... Who's the guy there? I want to get... Where's the bone charm?
Oh, is there another one in the area we gotta collect? Oh, yep, there it is.
I don't normally break that balcony, so I'm a little confused as to where I am. Let's deal with this.
I assume there's a code somewhere that we have to recover for that door.
There is. But there's also a couple of really nice little things to play with. Doesn't look like the lift is working. So, letter from the architect. Good sir, we write with some excitement regarding the planned extension to your home. We are ready to unveil the plans for your new functional and appealing office space. Might you have time to view our drawings in the coming weeks? We are completely at your disposal and are ready to begin construction upon the very instant of your approval.
Okay, so there's a map. But is the map of the way the house is now or the way it was going to be?
The way the house is now and the way it was.
Yeah.
But if we change things, it may not be how it will be, if you see what I mean.
Yes.
Okay. So we're actually going to do something that is going to affect how the building is actually constructed.
Has hit me.
Zachary Stevens says, the buildings are gaining sentience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leah says, are we going to alter the house? Zachary Stevens says, yeah, they can write letters now. Actually, all I could think of when she said the architects, it's like, oh man, those are the people that kill me in Destiny all the time. I don't think I want to deal with them.
Why?
See, last week I was watching a Dungeons and Dragons live stream where a bakery turned into a dragon. So I mean, hey, buildings can do lots of things. Yeah.
So was the dragon like the oven?
No, like the whole bakery. Oven? Like it was a wood dragon. It was the whole bakery. The whole building.
Oh, neat. It was
actually pretty awesome.
Bakeries in disguise.
Like it wasn't really like foreshadowed, but like it was set up like very early on, and so it was a really great payoff that was both logical and unexpected at the same time.
Really? Okay. See, that sounds to me like, like a child's imagination type thing, where they go to a bakery as a kid and they see the ovens and where the knobs look like eyes or something, and they envision it being a dragon or something in their minds or whatnot. That's kind of what I got from that. It's kind of cool though. Okay, so we have to do something that changes the architect of the building to what effect?
Oh no, we don't have to do that. It's just something you can do.
I'm guessing what? Maybe there's another letter, like a draft letter in response asking for some kind of changes, and then if you like take that and destroy it, the changes don't get made that way.
I thought maybe we got an added safe room that we could use and know that things are going to be hidden in it or something, or maybe there's an important change that gives us access to something we normally wouldn't have, perhaps.
No. So basically, this whole evening went horribly, horribly wrong, and it drove Aramis Stilton mad. So if we stop, so the house hasn't really recovered from it. So if we don't let Aramis go mad, it'll be fine. So
okay, so we're trying to prevent the circumstances that made him insane.
Yeah. So we need to see what happened, because we need to see how Delilah came about. And we know that however Delilah came about drove Aramis Stilton mad, and we need the combination to Aramis Stilton's office to get there. So I just want to show something. We know that Aramis was part of this, right? So if I hold on, if I go to, there we go.
So he may have been a co-conspirator, but it doesn't look like he's in a position to benefit anymore.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he like slipped in the tub or something. Bumped his head.
Now, what we can do, because it's Dishonored, is we can kill him.
Somebody messed up his dinner.
Settle down, Stubby. Dinner will be in you shortly.
So if you look at how, at the moment, this is what. Hold on, yeah, I'm standing on something that still exists in the future.
Okay.
So.
And if you weren't, you would just fall.
Yeah. So here we go. Detritus, destroyed house, wolfhounds, all the usual stuff.
Oop.
Things.
He saw you.
Bad stuff. Bad stuff.
Blood flies. Oop.
Oh, stop barking.
Hey, that's what dogs do. They're doing their jobs. They have one job. The barking things. What you really want to be afraid of is where you see a cat barking. That's wrong.
Stupid dogs.
Wow.
Really
okay,
don't. I'm a cat person, okay?
Oh, me too, but still, I don't want all the dogs dead, and man, we're gonna get calls from PETA. Ugh. Yeah, do you ever hear that? You probably love that. You ever hear that PETA joke? How many PETA employees does it take to change a light bulb?
No.
None. PETA can't change anything.
But
Funk tell you that?
No. Strangely enough, no, he did not. At least as I do. And yeah, Zachary says, I'm calling PETA.
I think they've heard that one.
Dish. So if we were to, for example, I'm just gonna save, because I don't actually want this to be what happens. I just want to show it off.
Oh, okay. So you're going to give us an alternate to the alternate future.
Yeah. I just think it's so impressive that they went to all this trouble. So here we are. Where is he? There is Aramis Stilton. So there's Aramis Stilton, one of the people who...
You're going to knock him unconscious, or worse, you're going to kill him.
Well, I could
You're going to kill him and break the game.
If you kill him, he can't go crazy. I mean, that's kind of... That's how it works.
True, but is that good?
So it won't let me actually do that there, because I was going to portal splice myself.
Luca.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay, yep, there we go.
He's finger assassinated.
And now the house is totally different. Because he didn't go mad. He didn't, he's dead. He died that night, so he didn't go mad.
Well, it still negatively affects the upkeep, though. I mean,
but it's...
it doesn't have the decay it had.
I changed the path.
Because it's now for sale.
It's just abandoned.
Yeah. So, for example, oops.
So we could move in.
Xbox.
We could fix it up. We could make it a B&B.
I can show you the house in the present. So you know how we were walking through all those blood flies and things like that?
Yeah, those won't be there anymore, right?
They're not there anymore because it's for sale.
Nice.
Yeah, that would make the house hard to sell, frankly. Although it does seem to be affecting a high percentage of homes in Dunwall.
Yes. Yeah. It's like mice in Edinburgh, blood flies in Karnaka.
Or owls in Futurama.
Exactly. Have you guys watched what's it called? I'm trying to say The Descendants, and that's so not what it's called. Disenchanted.
Oh, Narc said that he watched an episode. I don't think he was enchanted with it, though.
I have watched a little. It's not really doing it for me.
Or maybe not yet. It may take a while for it to get its bearings, but I have not seen it yet. I was interested at the time, but personally, the advertisement frame rate to me seemed a little low. It looked, not even 15 frames a second. It was looking like 12. So I don't know if the production quality is up to, what I would think 21st century standards.
Earlier on is really poor, actually.
Or is it?
So,
okay.
House for sale, and the place is beautiful, and in fact,
fly free.
There's there are rats.
Leah says "fi" on B&Bs. I don't know what that means, or if that's a typo. Does she mean die on B&Bs?
B&Bs have some rather deleterious effects on local property markets.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Like Airbnb. That's what she's
Zachary
saying.
likes it. Disenchantment is great, Zachary
Airbnb
says.
in particular. I mean, not necessarily the whole idea of a bed and breakfast, but basically Airbnb turning what used to be the kind of weekend vacation kind of thing into collecting rent without paying taxes.
Right. Yeah.
So this is the study which we're trying to get into, just to forget this room ever existed. Upon threat of termination without wages, no gossip. I don't need the whole neighbourhood asking about the spirits in the old Stilton manor. I've lived through enough bad luck as it is. So we actually can't get through here in this version of the
does this mean that you've turned into a legendary ghost house because of your poofing in and out of time here? Is that they think you're a ghost?
Yeah, pretty much.
Neat.
Somewhere there's a... So if we come... actually, I'm not going to do too much because I don't want this timeline to stand. I just wanted to...
Yeah, you just wanted to show us an alt future.
Show off, look, this is one of your possibilities. If you killed him, it would look like this. However...
That's cool. I got to say, that's impressive that a game would actually take that into account and implement it in such a neat way. That is nice. I like that. In fact, you know what's really funny about the ghost thing? To be honest, I've always thought that maybe the weird ghost settings that people have, I would probably far believe them that they're more like temporal disruptions where there's a bleed or a problem in the fabric of space-time far more than spirits walking the earth, because nobody sees
that's
spirits
a lot more believable.
Absolutely. When was the last time you saw anybody say that there's a whale or a dinosaur ghost roaming around everywhere? The whole concept of ghost I always thought was rather silly. Nobody sees Native American ghosts walking through people's living rooms. It's always culturally bound to the country they're in,
So back in the timeline where we have blood flies everywhere.
Okay, so what should we be doing?
Well, okay,
if we're not killing them.
Here we are. Oops. Where are you, Aramis? Am I standing in you? There. Oh yes, I was standing inside him. Right, okay. There we. Here.
Okay, we're gonna lose the family program.
Jump here. We're gonna read the study door combination. 972. So with Duke Luca coming tonight, there will be so many strangers in my house. I shouldn't have agreed to host this cursed seance. Something is going to happen. I can feel it. Maybe I won't attend, feign sickness, or lock myself up in the bathroom. So good old Aramis didn't actually want to be part of this.
Wow, he wanted to lock himself in the bathroom. I need to change the combination
to the study door as I was asked. Let's focus on something else. Old memories. 9, the coins in my pocket when I left Morley and came to Kanaka. 1 coin for each week until I take another boat and join you, my mother said, but then she never came. 7, my birth month. I'm probably the only person who knows the date since Theodanis passed away. And 2, the number painted on my lunch bucket when I worked the mines. I was just a kid, but it feels like yesterday.
Okay,
so we have to lock him in the bathroom.
Yeah, well, exactly.
What if we were to just let him sleep?
You're being viewed during this whole time by a person by the balcony. You see that, right? Yeah, they're gonna charge you.
Yeah, but now we're gone.
Oh, sneaky. Using your magical time watch. Zachary said, yeah, ghosts are just dead celebrities trying to get gigs. That is a distinct possibility.
Elvis ain't dead.
Okay, so it still kind of looks a little
just unavailable.
Yeah.
But it's not corrupt. So it's kind of like the for sale version.
Yeah. And then
but presumably he's still alive and not crazy now?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so you knocked him unconscious, but music. How do you know how long that would last?
Well, I think it's, he didn't really want to do it, so we've basically made it so that he's unlikely to.
And why is this person not reacting to you holding a time travel device and a giant sword?
I don't know. She's like, yep, it's totally totally acceptable that
going about her
somebody
business.
will be here. Hello, person over there. Ooh, you brought out a weapon. I'm gonna back away. Ooh, that person did not like me there.
Does it work like Fallout? Can't you just put your weapon away and be less suspicious looking?
Right. Yeah, you can do.
You just chose not to.
I
like could, but I'm not gonna.
So yeah, I really like the fact that there's 3 versions of this level depending on the choices that you make.
Nice. Yeah, that's wonderful design. I can see why you like this one the most. In fact, I was waiting for you to like beam out of time when that guy was charging you, and then beam in behind him and like tap him on the shoulder or something, and then away again. No wonder they think it's haunted.
The only downside I would say about this level is that it's the first time you play it, it's a bit of a puzzle, but once you know the route, it is a much quicker level.
So once you know the efficient route, you're all set. Okay. We have to make sure we remember the 972. I think the choices that they made and the coloring that they did for that number, it was a little much. Do we really need to know the reasoning behind that number?
So there's
returns home.
He's gone.
Rugs, but the dust makes him cough.
Too many years in the
so he's not here at the moment.
Nope.
But oops. But you know they don't particularly like the fact that there's somebody wandering about.
Now you're
you're crouch watching again with a time device and
but
giant sword.
He built his study.
Oh, neat.
Okay, and we're in it.
And a statue of himself. What?
And he has a bone charm in it.
Okay.
So, good sir, we are writing to inquire about the finished work on your new office. Does everything meet with your expectations? Should everything prove satisfactory, we'll follow shortly with our invoices. So yeah, it's just like a little,
hold on.
thing.
Can we go back to the desk for a second? And yeah, the desk you were just at, because okay, now face out the door as if you were sitting at this desk.
I don't see a problem with this. You don't want to.
Would you be putting a giant statue of your own self in front of your desk so that not only can you not talk to anyone else or even look out the door, but you are in fact staring at your own ass?
I would definitely stare at my ass all day.
Yeah, I can't say I would be one inclined to make that reality, but
I also think this is super cute because this hasn't been built yet. You actually can't teleport here because it doesn't exist in the past.
Weird time travel limitations.
What do you see if you face that way? Is it just a blank wall? If you go back and look at the door that goes in there?
Yep.
So if you accidentally time travel again, will you fall to the ground? Because
you can't. So it won't let you jump here because you'll splice yourself, basically.
Neat. Okay, that's cool. They thought of that.
It's really cute. Okay. So
how do we prevent that statue from getting made? Because that thing is dumb. I'm sorry, egos aside, but a statue of yourself that you look at? Oh, fell down and went boom.
I just want to
steal some artwork.
Is this where I want to go? Yeah, I think this is where I want to be. Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. I'm just really taking a long time to select the right tool.
Don't mind the crazy lady with the giant sword.
Oh, no. I have done this in the wrong order because now there is no... If you come through here earlier, in the disrupted, the sort of broken version of the future, there's a way to get through there, but obviously there's not in the... in this version of the future. But I can do it this way.
Now, can you change the device itself to go back further than 3 years?
So, hang on, look, so, no. But we have 238 on this safe here. If we were to jump into the past, when the safe was locked...
Oh, we can then open it.
Maybe it's open.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
we're ahead
dun.
of you, Emily. Go pick up some more things. Oops.
Mind runner.
Let me pick that up.
Can you change the deed of the house so that you own it now?
Why would we want to steal from such a nice man like Aramis Stilton?
I don't know. Real estate property values in the town going up. I mean,
I would have thought maybe we could just take Delilah's place and get the Outsider's powers 3 years early.
I would just think we could go back in time and have an executive order to have her put to death 3 years ago, and problem solved.
But we aren't
But she's dead
Empress
3
3
years
years
ago.
ago.
Right, but somebody is. So all we have to do is fake it, change it, manipulate somebody to have it happen, somewhere.
Oh, I'm confused. Hold on. There we go. Ooh, I know I am confused.
That whole pass forward thing.
Yep. I'm
Now,
not the brightest sometimes.
Here's a goofy thing. Can you go back in time to the point where you can see yourself going back in time somewhere else in the house?
No.
Does it have a memory of your
No,
gameplay?
and I think we need a moratorium on the cheap time travel jokes.
No.
Probably.
No, that's what this episode's for.
No, because
We haven't yet to
it's
time
like
travel joke.
this. I'll put it into language you can understand. This is a fixed point in time because it was a place where time got broken.
Gotcha.
Basically.
I thought maybe for a second we were idiots. And
No
that you
wibbly
didn't
wobbly.
understand.
It's fixed.
No wibbly wobbly.
Gotcha.
So here
No wibbly
is
wobbly, timey
this,
wimey.
a very
Yeah.
large safe, for
Hey, now.
example. And if we jump into the safe in the past,
Hey, it's not the size of the save.
Whoop.
look, here we are.
It's another
and then
statue.
we can. Yeah,
Another one? Man, the ego
So there's-
people have.
yeah. He likes his statues, doesn't he?
At least it's his head. I mean, it's
Everybody does. Yeah, it's just a bust, but still. Oh, jeez.
And then if we jump into the future, it doesn't have an effect. This
nice
this
to-
timeline, it doesn't have an effect,
Oh,
except
what do you
for
mean? Look at
you
the
can see it's got a
floor.
big mark on the floor.
Yeah, he had to
which
put a
we've done.
rug over it. You know how hard
it's
it is
nice
to get a good
how
floor?
every load-bearing weak point is painted red. I like that.
It is, isn't it?
They're dutiful.
Do not
about
touch
that.
the statue.
It's convenient,
I already
really.
did. I knew there was something I wanted. I like how this safe has absolutely no locking mechanism whatsoever.
Well, it's just mechanical. I mean, it's big enough. Looks like you have to start it. Now, it's funny. We haven't seen any drugs, any porn, any loose change, except for that large bar of gold, I think. And all the safe things that people put in safes.
I want to get. There we go.
For a second there, I thought you were like trying to steal her shoes.
How did you see me?
Under the table too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's people under tables are basically invisible.
Unless you lie on the floor.
I want to get up onto that balcony. How do I get up onto that balcony?
For a second there, I thought you were saying you're trying to steal all the hors d'oeuvres.
I've done nothing but eat all weekend. It has been amazing. Ruth and I went to see Ruth's my little sister, for those on the stream who might not know.
Yep. Oh, we played with Ruth before, but yeah, people may not have seen her or remember her.
Yeah. And we went to see a show called... we went to see Ben de la Creme, who's a drag artist. It was really good, but we didn't have a lot of time beforehand, so we had amazing burritos from this little Scottish burrito place, which does Iron Brew pulled pork, and Iron Brew is like a really famous pop soda. What do you call it? Juice? Like we call it juice.
No, we don't
Fizzy
call it
juice.
juice.
Yeah.
No.
It would be
Pop.
either soda or soda pop.
Soda or pop or soda pop.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Funk would say
the-
pop.
A Scottish pop. And yeah, it was so good. But That guy ran away from me ages ago, and he's just been hiding here ever since. You're
For
lucky
years.
I'm not a murderer.
Hide their faces.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Something bad.
That's not exactly accurate. Yeah, Zachary says, yeah, the one from the sibling stream. Yes, that was
Yes.
the one.
Yes.
Exactly the one.
Oh, by the way, is
Leah says tonic. She would call it
yeah,
tonic.
tonic.
Tonic water, though, I mean, it is usually specific. You know, it's an additive for mixed drinks, and it's usually very bitter.
Is Ruth gonna get Fallout 76? By the way.
I
Is she?
don't know actually.
Oh,
She might.
that would be something to do, because Narc has been talking about it a lot lately, so we know that he's got them in the brain.
See, the thing that happened is that after getting tipped off about the Many a True Nerd channel, which I hadn't been watching, I've now been binge watching his whole back catalog.
Really?
You know, a vast portion of which is Fallout related.
Yep.
You know, no guns runs, genocidal runs. Survival mode runs, which I had never done, and so I started watching the Fallout 4 survival run, where that's that's an official mode, not a mod.
Is that what inspired you to do your
And
own?
that's
Is that it?
yeah, and I've started one now, so I'm now about a dozen hours into a Fallout 4 survival mode run, and I am having a lot of fun. I mean,
I really, really like the survival mode in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
The not being able to fast travel for some reason
I like that.
really makes you think about how you're doing the whole thing.
Well, it also makes the world feel bigger and more real, because you know, when you have to be conscious
and
about
more
where
dangerous.
you go and what you do and how you get there. Yeah, I can see how that's more immersion. Zachary says, yeah, we just call it by its brand name. So yeah, that's pretty true.
Zach saying I'm currently in the Many a True Nerd Discord. I didn't know there was a Discord. There's a subreddit, and I'm on that.
There's a Discord for everything.
We have a Discord too. I just never talk about it, and there's never anybody there but me.
We never go there.
Okay,
it's just
explain to me what Discord is. Is it basically IRC?
Yes, it's basically IRC
with voice chat,
but with graphical, smileys, with emoticons. And
it's actually a great idea.
It's got audio, video capabilities as well, so you can have audio channels like Mumble. But unlike Mumble, you don't have to run your own server.
Seem to be the worst here.
You have a channel. It's all hosted by the people who make Discord. So it's kind of like somebody made a massive IRC server and lets you have a channel on it for free. And so you don't have to run a Mumble server and worry about that kind of crap.
Zachary says they keep talking about sex.
Okay.
In Many a True Nerds?
I'm not sure who they is in the sequence,
I am
but
shocked by that.
I'm assuming that it's the
you're about
Discord
to get
people.
a whole bunch of exposition
info dump. Yeah, okay.
at you. So
Okay.
we have 2 times existing at once. So we
my God,
cut
you
her
broke it.
off from her powers.
Right.
We gave her a cure for the serum, and we made him an idiot. You're the only one I haven't gotten yet.
So Stilton's the
And
only one left.
If we hadn't, so that's not Stilton, that's Luca Abel.
They look so much alike.
And if we hadn't knocked Stilton out, he would be here too.
So is
Which
this
is
where
a
they
third thing I probably
lay
could have
this?
shown, but I couldn't be arsed.
Yeah, is this where they lay the seeds for their whole takeover thing and whatever else?
Yep.
It was basically this night. Okay. So can't we just go back with a bomb, with a 1 second timer, and
it's
then
not actually
beam out of there?
happening here. We have both times at once here.
Right.
More exciting than any orgy I've ever.
I love that line.
Wow, more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended. Okay, yeah, that's a dialogue you don't expect.
See, they're talking about sex in this Discord too.
Yeah, so you can't get away from it.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
Did he think it wouldn't?
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I thought we'd lost you.
Brianna,
And use the following code.
I will never abandon you.
Yes, you will.
Wait. You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are.
Yeah, she can see us.
Come to watch me.
Dun, dun, dun.
And someday, I'll come for you.
No, you won't.
Did we know she was dead?
We would have if we'd played one of the DLCs for the original Dishonored.
Ah, okay.
I won't ever understand all I've seen.
By the star.
So it just sort of repeats over and over
Right.
and over.
So what happens if you go back and try to disrupt this?
You can't.
Or can
So
you?
this
You
is
can't?
this is the only.
This is the fixed moment, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna mess with their mood lighting.
I'm going to extinguish all their candles.
It seems to
So basically, you're being a poltergeist. You're going,
Yeah.
and you're blowing out all the candles. Ooh, you can get drunk.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must...
Well, this has been fascinating,
Okay.
but I'm off. Ooh, what's in
I'm
here?
surprised you didn't try to like throw something flammable on the candles and start a fire.
Yeah. Aramis Stilton really likes having statues of himself.
My God, it's weird. Yeah, it's not even borderline creepy. It's just wrong on so many levels.
And someday, I'll come for you.
I love how the aesthetics of the room keep changing. You know, paintings, different chairs, and things like that to illustrate that fact. All the random choices that were different, kind of cool.
Why
Sorry,
should
gotta go.
trust
Yeah, that's weird. Avoiding combat that way. That's kind of cool too.
or I'll call for help. Leave me
Now,
alone.
what does that thing run on? Or
Anything to you?
can you just use that infinitely?
No, only in this level.
No, I mean, does it have like 10 turns, 20 turns, or can you just
You can
use
do
it
it
as
as many
level?
times as you like.
Okay, so it is infinite. Okay,
Yeah,
but
it's
only
your-
here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't
Although
know.
curiously, you do get. I think you get to keep it.
What's funny that pioneering that kind of technology could make you absolutely invincible. I would think that'd be kind of an important thing to have or to try and pioneer after this level.
Yes, but it's it's only because time was so badly broken here.
Right.
You would need to break time in every place that you wanted to use it. I think, from a technical standpoint, the reason why they take your powers off you is to sort of try and is the only way that they can make that level playable, because that is the level that is most vulnerable to glitches.
Mm-hmm.
You can fall through the floor very, very easily in that level.
Well, assuming the floor is still there, you could make it so that the house was never built. It kind of makes me want to go back in time and make whales sentient so that they take over the planet and they can no longer be used for whale oil in this game.
Yeah. So, do you remember the Dust District that we left?
Yes.
Yes.
And and there was the Jindosh Lock here, which obviously no longer exists.
It's now the Clean Air
because
District.
Aramis never went crazy.
Right. Let me guess. It's a paradise. Oh God! No, something bad's happening.
Yeah, that doesn't look like paradise. Oh,
No,
now
not even
we're in the
close.
void.
Ugh.
Hello.
Look around
Thanks.
you. A crumbling island at the very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
And that they still seem concerned with aesthetics.
I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the ropes only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long.
Was he killed
Fancy
ritually?
knife. Yes.
Ran out. And I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted to the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place.
Oh, there you are.
The island of void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it.
So, there's a lot here that you really only understand if you also
played
dig
the
into
DLC.
the extended lore as well. So it's not just about the DLC, but so this is a sort of a stylized knife that the overseers use. So it's kind of implied that these guys are the overseers. So it was the religious order who basically made what they consider the devil 4,000 years ago somehow.
Who was he before he became the outsider?
I think they actually do answer that in one of the books, but just basically some young person, like a kid.
He was an accountant.
Okay, so he was just a sacrificial victim. It wasn't like he was assassinated or anything.
Nope.
Or he was somebody special that just happened this to...
She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away. Inside a thing made of bones.
Horcrux.
She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her.
Hello, creepy.
Totally a Horcrux.
It'll be easy. But what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
I think this little chunk of exposition is quite difficult to follow.
Without more of the info. Is that why they added it later? Is that they felt that it was a little lacking and they wanted to expand on it?
I guess. I don't.
It contains more mysteries than I.
It's an odd choice, I think.
Well, usually when they add supplemental material, it's because people want to expand on it. They want more of it. They felt like there wasn't enough, or they could bring something extra. So I don't know. Maybe other people felt the same way. It's like I want to know more about this. Would you like to know more? So yeah, maybe that's why they put it in the supplementary content afterwards. Maybe.
Couldn't
Or
it
maybe
just be
something
as-
was cut that they wanted to add in later.
Couldn't it just be as simple as trying to provide a story justification for the gameplay, which is the next thing you do is not simply going to be to fight Delilah. You need to do some more stuff first. You need to hunt some objects first and then fight her.
Yeah, they wanted more.
And that's pretty
more
standard.
So
content.
with the skiff after a very strange
And
day.
here we go. Look at this place, all good.
It's definitely better, minus the statues.
It's no longer a creepy dust district. Which does kind of make you wonder, all that stuff with Paolo and the Overseer that we did last week, does any of that matter anymore?
More than I can say for the Grand Guard. Yeah, the Duke is rotten and it spreads out from there. But
Actually, to be honest, what I was expecting
You could
is
say
it
it
to
just
be...
affects the weather, and that's and
Yeah.
nothing else. I mean,
Well, not just the weather. I was literally expecting this place to turn into the Blood District, where they have human sacrifices that drip down the side of the buildings and make it look all nasty in a different way.
what a world. Where even the mighty take from those who suffer.
This is the sort of lawyer character who's been helping in a lot of the letters and books that you see lying around.
Lucia?
Thanks for helping the people here.
Considering who you are, I don't know whether to feel honored that you recognize me or to yell at you for propping up the Duke while he's shitting all over Serkonos.
And who do you think I am?
Oh, there's an image.
That's stupid. Whether the newspapers and the posters in the street are right or wrong, I know who you are. And I hope you're here to end Luca Abella's tyranny. Either way, we haven't been sitting around waiting for you to clean up your mess.
why does she answer that question without actually just stating who we are?
Yes, you are.
Why does everybody think it's our mess?
Oh, it's so they don't have to do it twice.
Yes, for having Corvo. Yeah.
Wow, that's just...
It's quite lazy for
Yes,
a game
it is
that
lazy.
goes for
I
a lot
mean,
of detail.
It could
It's
be clever,
just two extra
too.
lines. Yes, I know who you are. You are Emily Caldwin. Or, no, I know who you are. You're Corvo. I mean, it's not...
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how
think
bad this mask is if it's
character
not
was supposed
hiding
to
her
be
identity.
in the game more. I feel like she must have been cut because she sort of... I just find that a weird little scene.
Well, okay, now,
where's...
how many languages was this game in, though?
Games
I mean,
well, yes, okay, localization is a thing, okay, but games
Right.
cost tens of millions of dollars to develop now, and I don't know what the percentage of that is writing and voice acting, but it's not that much.
I know, but when you think of on an efficiency level, yeah, if you were to streamline it by simply doing that, I mean, I could be seeing that as being clever, where they kept it a little open.
I think what it is that there are production schedules and methods that have been inherited to now from times when games did not cost tens of millions of dollars to make and did not generate hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. And so just because you're a big AAA game or expected to be a big AAA game doesn't necessarily mean you break free of those bounds. And so writing is still done in the way it is by a certain number of people on a certain kind of budget, and the voice acting is done the same way, and the localization is done the same way, and trying to make a change and saying, we want our script done earlier. We want every voice actor to have a complete script before they record any lines. We want to record dialogue scenes together as if we're a different kind of production. We want to have all of our dialogue impacted by player choices, including the gender of your character or the identity of your character. And it would ripple, and somebody's going to say, that is going to multiply a lot of costs. And, you know, even if it wouldn't be that much of a impact in specific terms, there's somebody saying, that one change is rippling a lot, so please tell me how this is going to make this thing make more money. It won't. It's not going to affect sales because it's going to be hard to get information about that out in advance. And even the bunch of people who will like it, they probably would have bought the game anyway.
I just think it was making less work for people. I think it's more so where they were being efficient. But personally, I don't find it as offensive as, say, them simply taking the exact same recorded dialogue, like say this, where the male character talks like this.
Well, I don't know.
The female character talks like this. You know,
I don't know anybody who's actually doing those.
They're not simply doing a pitch shift on it.
I've not seen any game do that. Maybe I just haven't
wouldn't think so.
any.
But if you could detect something like that, that would be more offensive to me than simply keeping the names more open.
So, how do you think Megan's looking these days?
Well, I'm sure
she's
happy
looking
she got her arm
intact.
Back. Yeah, she's got her eye patch off.
How was to see Stilton myself? But I guess you found the place.
Does she even know?
Doesn't know.
I mean, she can't even appreciate that, right? Because now, what was the connection between Stilton, the Seance, the Dust District, and what happened to her?
Because Stilton went crazy, she tried to find out what was happening. So that night brought Delilah back from the Void.
Right.
Delilah was sent to the Void by Dowd, who was the assassin of the Empress in the first game. So Delilah was sent to the Void in the DLC for the first game. Megan, knew Stilton. I'm trying to tell you what you could, in theory, know if you had consumed the extra material.
Right.
And not consumed the end of this game. Megan knew Stilton and somehow knew that Delilah was being brought back that night and tried to stop something happening, and in the process lost an arm and an eye. Because Stilton didn't go crazy, that didn't happen this time.
Right. I guess I always assumed that the injuries she sustained were... Because we're told basically that she's kind of switched sides, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think I always assumed that her role as helping you out as part of the resistance was kind of dependent on the sequence of events that led to her injuries. And so I'm wondering now, if Stilton doesn't go crazy, she doesn't need to investigate it, she doesn't get injured, why is she helping us now?
Why is she here?
Right.
Why is she here at all?
What's her motive? Right, exactly.
So she must have another motive, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Now, wait a second. Before we continue on, could you look back over where she was standing? On the wall, I noticed something that I wanted to comment on. Why does that still say Dust District if there's no district that's dusty?
Well, it is still the mining district.
Game broken. Yeah, I know, but still, it's just that whole Dust District thing, and especially the graffiti on the wall, was because of what happened.
Yeah, that would appear to be an oversight, even if that phrase still has relevance.
Yeah, but it's just not quite all clear.
Yeah, it's a well cared for district now, so it shouldn't be having expositional.
Zachary says not everyone has a motive.
Has a motive, right? Well, it's funny that you say that because actually I was wondering, based on people's motives, that if we were to come back, I was kind of waiting for her boat to be rechanged to like the Happy Whale.
Delilah tore down the original palace in Karnaca, his birthplace, in order to build a lavish structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Sarkonos for years. It's said to be a sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego and sense of princely entitlement. But whatever the Duke has done to his nation happened while I was Empress. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
So here we are on the Happy Whale again.
This is my last night. Soon I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be
Promise?
at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will very soon.
So Mummy wants us to
Find Delilah.
And release. So obviously, whenever we squeeze the heart, it's Mummy that speaks to us.
Yep. You don't not there to make her sleep.
Yeah, but it's tethering her to the world. So
if we address it, the ghost will disappear.
Yeah.
I'm getting some Hamlet flashbacks.
By Emily, your courier is only giving me scant minutes to write back before he leaves for your secret location. I'm in tears that he won't give me the location or take me along, but I trust you. I don't know that it's fair to be this angry with you, or if I should cry tears of joy knowing you're still alive. It seems that Morley is on the verge of going to war against Bristol, and the rumours from Dunwall are grim and strange. We've heard about soldiers made of metal, women commanding the trees, and whales gathering in the harbour singing their songs in reverse. I hate the whole world for being between you and me while we should be holding hands. Please be safe or I won't know what to do. Wyman.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Right. Let's okay.
I was waiting for him to complain and say, I saw women actually voting.
Oh my goodness. Just use my powers. If I can't jump it normally, I will use my powers.
Yeah. My God.
By the way, how about if we take a quick break right here before we go in? Because I'm assuming now we've finished the crack on the slab and we're now moving on to the Royal Palace.
We're moving on to level 8. So we can do the. Should we do the exposition dump and then pause just before we start the actual level?
Yeah. Take a fiver. Okay. Then we could possibly explore the fact that why she was defeated by fluorescent lighting. Okay, so thanks for everyone for tuning in. We're going to be taking a short break. Please come back.
No, we're going to do the exposition first.
This section
we're going to do the exposition first.
Yeah, you ruined my setup. Thank you.
100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District.
The what?
Which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
It's funny how the Queen is the only one that's not talking as if she's a sinister bank robber.
Now, were there ways of resolving that last bit that don't heal the Dust District?
Yes.
So that's why, again, his dialogue calls it that, even though that's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was called the Dust District because it was dusty. Therefore,
so
the Dust District.
There's a version of that scene that plays out without Aramis Stilton. Because he could be dead, or he could still be mad, depending on what you choose. Because if you don't interact with him at all, the night just continues as it would have gone anyway.
So actual choices have actual, outcomes in how the game plays out for you, which I kind of like. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to take our break now?
Yes, I'm just going to load the level while we're breaking.
Let's get underway.
So we need to, as is tradition in Dishonored, get on our boat to get anywhere.
And don't forget, put up the face mask that everybody can see through.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we'll be taking 5, ladies and gentlemen. Please come back very
6,
shortly.
as the case may be.
Possibly 7. Go for 8. We'll be back shortly, continuing on with the Rampancy.net playthrough of Dishonored 2 with Jillybean, Narcogen, and Blackstar right after this short intermission.
It's happened again. Someone's pulled the rug out from under you. An empire at your feet, and you've lost it all. Be honest, did you really deserve any of it? More important, what would you do to get it back? Careful, there's always a price to pay. What you decide will ripple across the years. Blood in the gutters and corruption on the wind. It'll be fun watching this unfold. What will you do with the power I've given you? How will you make your mark on this wretched world?
Cover your face, but I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time.
Before you strike. If you kill me, you become the assassin we claimed you were. You become one of us!
The years are long, but it's always good to see a familiar face.
Okay, we're back on the loading screen again.
Hey.
Let's begin.
So now we're going to be continuing on. For those who've just joined in, you are watching the Rampancy.net playthrough of Dishonored 2, starring Jillybean, Narcogen, and Blackstar.
The Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army full of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me,
You have a terrible life, Emily.
Poor Empress. I could party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used
hard
to
as the water.
with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Also, crab is tasty.
Crab is so tasty. I haven't had crab in a long time. I really want crab.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
Are you? Oh, my.
Yeah,
That's the worst allergy.
Well, see,
I thought you just didn't like it.
Oh, no. I actually had a bad reaction to illegal seafood dinner. I paid $75 for the privilege of then, shall we say, returning to the world. And
Lyrico says she just finished rewatching Build the Marathon.
I was going to say, wow, Leah, you need an achievement for that. We need to send her a little statue saying that not only has she watched it, she's rewatched it. That's amazing. That's a long series.
Okay, we are going to do some bone management, if you'll pardon the expression.
Okay. Hey,
so we have three...
It's not that kind of stream. All right, that was too easy.
What I wanted is that one. Okay.
Emily's getting her MBA, her Masters of Bone Administration.
So we've digressed from cheap time travel jokes to cheap bone jokes.
That was a one-off.
I really love the architecture of this palace.
It's very
in a
Mediterranean.
steampunk game. I just think is really, really cool.
Is it kind of like Neo 60s fusion? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I see quite a lot of sort of oops, bit of lag there. I see quite a lot of like what's the guy in Barcelona does all the beautiful cathedrals? What's his name? I can't remember. That's so annoying.
I got a friend over at
Anyway, I also see some of that in it.
for black market shops for years here in Karnaka and over
Is he the one that did the Cathedral of Holy Cross?
Yeah. Oop.
Oh, you mean Gaudi?
Yes, that's
Yep.
exactly who I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I see where you get that.
My wife and I went to Spain a couple of years ago, and we did all the big stuff. We did the cathedral, Casa Batlló, the park.
You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those
odd dreams, you say?
Is he the same beggar that we saw before?
I think the beggars are just people of limited models, really.
They're procedurally generated beggars.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was just curious whether or not it was the actual same beggar and his life is still... Because we've been here before, haven't we? Mm-hmm. Okay,
No,
I thought
not
so.
here.
No?
Not
okay.
here.
Not here.
Maybe it's his twin brother.
Grab some more bones. Oh, I just walked right past a bone charm. I am a fool.
I gotta admit, I get more and more confused about Megan's backstory every time we learn something new. I mean, because she said something at least at one time that led me to believe that she was an elite who became a convert to the Resistance.
And wait till we get to the DLC. It'll be even
and now
worse.
we're talking about a rough upbringing, and I'm like, wait a minute. I thought she fell from grace as a result of rebelling.
I think it's just for writing. Nobody ever says, I had a really great childhood. That's what brought me to this horrible end. I just think that they have to give them that. I mean, what character says, I was really well adjusted as a child. Now I'm trying to take over the government.
I'm also confused by Emily's
everything. I know, right?
By Emily's complete lack of response to Megan's reasonable accusations. Like, I mean...
Spirit water.
Ooh.
That's the best bone charm.
But is it soft or hard?
I mean, they're talking how the Duke is terrible and all the terrible things the Duke has done. And Megan said, yeah, you backed him. You kept him in power. And she's like, yeah, I used to walk the streets as a commoner, and then I went home and ate some crab. And I'm like, yeah, but it's like you literally did not address the accusation of like, hey, why were you supporting this person who we now know is terrible? Did you not know, or did you not care?
Probably both. Well, I think maybe it has to do with how much they wanted to delve in the writing.
But she just doesn't respond at all. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sometimes the lack of a reaction can just be as obvious and annoying as a bad reaction or a different one than you'd expect. Leah says, yeah, apparently the bums, they're identically challenged. So perhaps they just could not be bothered to make up a new one. I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, this is not a game that I would complain.
You with each delivery.
Yeah, that they're using reused assets. Maybe. I mean, this is
no,
pretty,
not at all.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. You can't play something like Skyrim without coming across that. We were talking about voice actors. The problem with that is that you just run into the same voices over and over again because, there's thousands of characters and like dozens of voice actors, maybe.
Yeah, this is not like Halo 1 where you just go around the corner. It's like, wait a minute, that's the same hallway. So, yeah.
The thing about Megan, so I also found Megan very difficult to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I only ever played Dishonored. I never played Dishonored's DLCs, so there were some parts that just kind of really slipped me by.
I still can't get over you're still crouch walking in completely empty buildings.
I like to crouch walk.
I'm hiding from the furniture. It just makes it look like you're vertically challenged.
After playing Fallout in survival mode the last week, it feels totally natural to me. I'm crouch walking through.
I'm sneaking up on
empty
everything.
Streets in the middle of the day through areas I've already cleared because of the slight possibility of wildlife or raider respawns.
Yeah.
Or something.
I could just
as somebody who is vertically challenged, I'm like, yeah, that's a normal.
This feels normal.
This
just like, yeah, this feels normal.
Have problems with whenever I play any first-person game and I walk up to another character and they are usually shorter than me. I'm like, well, my immersion's gone.
When I see you doing it,
how do you play Halo then?
To me in real life.
Yeah. How do you play
Master
Halo at
Chief
all?
is like what, like 3 meters tall or something? I mean,
yeah. Oh, more than that. But every time I see you walking around here, it's like, okay, I'm playing this game as if I was my cat. It's just like you're literally in line with every 36-inch table that you're coming across.
Here you are, back among your own people, the palace born and those who curry their favor. Are you feeling more comfortable?
Thank you.
Crab curry.
Are these the people you want running a quarter of your empire? No? It never seemed to bother you before. Maybe it looks different up close. Maybe here it's harder to ignore the way the people outside the palace get through the day. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, You better be ready to leave something.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
Is it a
Now we have
hostage
to-
exchange of sorts? Do we
Oh,
have
yeah,
to put
pretty
a piece
You
of
have-
our soul into the thing to get hers out?
Well,
no, I thought it was
conveniently, we
Mom's.
have a soul in the heart already.
Oh, right.
Well, yeah,
okay,
that's
so
Mom's,
that's what
right?
Mom was talking about.
Yeah.
Right, you have to sacrifice Mom. It's a choice
Wow.
between.
So
Yeah,
Mom
didn't
gets
you-
Mom gets refrigerated twice in this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't you see that coming? I mean, I knew. That's
No,
where
actually,
it was
I
gonna end
didn't.
up.
I thought they were
Really?
going to
Okay.
make. I thought they were going to make Emily do it, and
No,
and then
all the
Emily was going to become a
flashbacks-
hollow person as a result.
No. All the flashbacks with Mom wanted to be freed and let go and blah blah blah. You all know that because she
She's not
was in
going
the
to be
heart.
freed. She's going to be trapped in a thing.
Well, she is trapped in the thing with the heart stuff.
But she's
and
going to be
whatnot.
trapped in a different thing.
Right. So
It's not
freed
really
from
being
one,
freed.
trapped by the other.
You know, actually, the only part of this game that I would say is better when you play it with Corvo is this choice, because they actually put a lot of emotion into it, somehow more actually than Emily, which doesn't really make sense considering.
I thought for a second you
it's
were
her
going to say the
mother.
hookah.
Yeah.
That somehow we could all get up to the hookah
So
together.
how is that choice supposed to be more meaningful for Corvo than for Emily?
I don't think it is, but the writing in that choice for Corvo is really, really nice.
Really? They neglected one of the other characters as far as the writing quality?
And it's funny.
Huh.
You say the boat's more than the bay and they haven't paid any taxes. We should go out there and get our due.
Okay, let's see if I can be cool.
Now, wait, yeah, I was going to say that one
Lisa's-
lonely
yeah,
blood
isn't she-
fly
I
is
cannot
there
be
for
cool.
a reason.
Uh-huh. Oh, so you can sneak through the wall there. Leah says, isn't she his wife?
No. So this is, I really, really like the story, but Corvo was her royal protector, and Emily is obviously Corvo's daughter, and what's her Lady in the Heart, Jessamine. Oh my goodness, why was that so hard to remember her name? Jessamine's daughter, so Corvo and Jessamine's daughter, but they were never married, and Emily was actually conceived in what's called the it's basically like their calendar slips, so they have like a new year point when they're allowed to do whatever they like because it's between the years.
Because reasons.
Oh, well, so what
And-
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Well, yeah, exactly. And when they have the bit between the years, that's when Emily was conceived. So she was actually, everybody knew she was Corvo's daughter, but she's a bastard in some ways because it happened in this
Dun dun dun.
in this time period. Which
I
is
would have
just
thought they would
really-
have. I would have thought they would have negated her parentage entirely. Like if it
Yeah.
doesn't, if the whole point is that it doesn't count, it's like the one you're not, you can't really inherit the power then.
But she's
Right.
she's Jessamine's daughter. You know, she was born
But why does that part count?
Yeah.
because
the birth happens
Corvo's,
not in
like,
the.
Corvo didn't have
Okay.
anything to give to her. Corvo wasn't, you know, he wasn't a rich
Right.
guy, or he was an orphan off of the streets. We saw
Yeah.
his
So that's when
apartment
she
in the
was-
dust
So
district.
her conception doesn't count, but her birth does.
Birth
Yes.
does, yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, nobody celebrates Conception Day.
Especially not if you're the especially not if basically it's like the bodyguard of the Empress is your dad. No, then nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah says, yeah. So they're lovers. Justification enough.
Oh,
Yes.
what's up with that bloodfly there?
So this is
Which one?
a letter from an admirer of Dowd, and the picture that I picked up was a portrait of Dowd. So Dowd was the assassin who killed the Empress.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Alfred, I received the book, a good find, but I must admit I have my doubts regarding the historical value of the work The Knife of Dunwall, which is one of the books, tie-in novels of in the real world. Feeling remorse about killing the tyrant Jessamine, as I write, I am staring at his portrait, and I suspect that Dowd always knew destiny was guiding his hand, firm and unforgiving. Anyway, the book was an entertaining read, so thank you again. Keep sending me all the information you can about this mysterious figure we both admire.
So it's Bungie's fault, she's saying, because Destiny was guiding her hand. Something very squishy over here. I can hear it. My God, we have to fix the spirit plumbing.
Yeah, because we have a bone charm that lets us recover mana from water. We're going to spend a lot of time doing this now.
Plus 5 rads. Plus 5
glug,
rads.
glug, glug,
Plus
glug.
5 rads.
So whose bus is on the bathroom there?
Ow.
Ammo. I'll just take a fly.
Yeah,
there we go. I was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to do that. Now, here's the nasty thing.
No, I forgot I can't be so far off the ground.
You beat me to it. I was going to ask you how high can you fly up before it becomes a problem? Because if you start flying up into the air like a couple thousand feet, and then suddenly you can't be in the body of this fly anymore, and you spiritually beam in, do you then plummet to your death? I mean, can you literally go too high for your recovery? Is that even possible?
Ooh.
I'd be curious. Oh, did you just get shot in the ass? What happened?
I think I tripped a tripwire.
The trap.
Oh.
That's where I wanted to go.
Oh, does that mean they know you're coming?
Oh, it was just a gag. It's fine.
There's no alarm. No, everybody's still relaxed.
Okay, well, obviously somebody put a tripwire to,
good.
let people know that someone's coming.
Oop.
They're obviously expecting something. Otherwise, why put up a tripwire? Wow, he is so not paying attention.
Yeah, that's unobservant.
All good.
You know what they should have done is had like some steampunk headphones on him or something. That at least would have explained it.
Oh.
What about a bird? Can you spiritually grab a bird?
Next time I see one, I'll try.
Yeah, I'd just be curious. Because from a recon standpoint, that could be very effective. Sorry, were you just channeling the A-team there for a second?
I really did not mean that.
Oh,
sorry.
Man, there's a lot of unamused people down there.
Really sorry. I'll give you all a tax break when I'm back in power.
You just dropped a whale oil bomb on your lovely subjects. Wow.
That was a mistake. I am very, very sorry.
Oh my God. You're the kind of person who'd leave a nuclear bomb in an elevator.
Oh dear. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody saw that. We are all good.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't, go travel back in time and undo that.
Doopy doopy doo. Oh, this is a cool little trick which I probably will
Sliding
not
up the banister?
ever. People have been able to use this trick to do some quite sophisticated things, which I would never be able to do because I am not a competent gamer in any stretch of the imagination. But something you can do is you can cast your doppelganger, who's over there, and then you can drink some mana, and then you can possess your doppelganger.
I was going to ask how useful that is.
So people have used that to get out of some quite tricky situations, and then.
But okay, but it's you that you're infecting what looks like you.
Then you're in your doppelganger,
and then it disappears, I guess.
It will do eventually when the doppelganger power runs out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can also kill yourself.
Oh, Leah has an interesting point. If possession wears off inside the vents, do you get squelched?
No, you never. It never wears off inside the vents.
Does killing your own doppelganger generate chaos?
I would think it would piss them off.
No.
We're not. You seem terribly confident about that particular statement. Can you?
I'm not.
Can you knock your own doppelganger unconscious?
Yes.
Okay.
You can also. So you can do something where I'll show you. Actually, I'll do this in the next section.
Section, huh?
Like,
what section are you talking about? I'm curious exactly how much fun can you have with your doppelganger?
Let's not go there.
As much as you want.
Okay. So, yeah. I'm just getting flashbacks of certain Doctor Who episodes. Amelia Pond flirting with herself. Okay, so maybe it's the accent. She was Scottish too. Okay, so is this the next section of the Grand Palace? Because this was loading for Section 8 as well. So that we're not leaving the level. So the mechanics is definitely interesting as far as the game goes. But yeah, there are definitely some questions about how far it goes and how useful it is. But what is the big advantage of jumping inside your own doppelganger? Because people still see it as you. No, it's like you're jumping into a distraction.
You can cast your doppelganger into a more inaccessible area, possess your doppelganger, and then you're in the area.
Oh,
yeah, and then you exit your own body, so it's passing through walls or doors or anything, anywhere you can see but can't pass through.
So it's an imaginative bypass, not a contextual or tactical bonus.
Yeah, like if there was a thing to possess there, you could possess that thing, but I guess you do that to make something to possess where there isn't one.
Yeah. So, and you can also do this. So this is a new power that I just bought called Chain, which is quite good fun. So we will chain that person and that person together. And then we will create our doppelganger over here.
I'll have to play some Fleetwood Mac.
And then we will chain our doppelganger to those people.
Nice.
And then we will strangle our doppelganger.
So you're strangling all of them without actually having to go there and do that?
Yeah.
Well, it should have been, but they were too far away.
Oh. Damn it, out of range again. I have to make another doppelganger to strangle.
Is that a limit on the range of chain or a limit on the range of doppelganger?
I think chain.
The chain.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can see it now. Yeah.
Sleep.
That's it. Let's go.
Woo.
Okay, I think somebody was out of range.
Oh, yeah, there was an extra guy. How many? So you had chained 3 there.
Oh,
those 2. And
so at this point, I only have 2, but you can get it up to 4, I think.
Okay.
Wow. So in other words, we had to hack that man to bits because you didn't level up.
So the doppelganger was already 3, though.
Yeah. So I think
that probably broke it.
Yeah.
One of them was a lot farther away. And remember, kids, don't let your cougars eat your pumpkins.
That is not going to make sense to anyone.
No, it is not. But it's definitely going to raise some eyebrows.
Delilah. Her soul is familiar to me.
I absolutely love these lights. I do know.
Oh, the lamps? Yeah.
What earthly purpose they serve, but I love them.
Find another way to neutralize the Duke.
Diffusing light?
I'm not sure it's worse, the Duke or his...
Like, how do these stay up? What are these?
Oh, they're on poles. See the poles?
Like,
I assume they're...
how am I able to stand on a pole this slender? How heavy is this light? I have many questions.
I assume it's full of lighter than air gas.
Skinny. Yeah. Like whale helium.
Whalium.
Whalium.
Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. A little bit higher. A little bit higher. There we go.
Well, there's birds up there. Can you possess the birds? I would figure possessing a bird and flying up on the roof would be a lot easier than the jumping around and throttling people.
You think?
Kinda.
Yeah.
And just saying if birds are an option.
Come on. Come on. Oh, whoa.
Leah says hydrogen-fueled lamps? No, hydrogen's not a thing here. We've got whale oil.
Everything's a whale oil. Come on.
It's hydrogen.
Come on.
That would make sense, Leah.
This power is so pernickety about what it will and will not contact.
Persnickety?
Let's go there.
Did you say pernickety or persnickety?
Pernickety, I think I said.
Really? I always thought it was persnickety. I'm gonna have to fire up Google. Hold on.
Ooh, so that is either the Duke or his body double up there.
And we don't know which.
We do not know.
Okay, persnickety is placing too much emphasis on trivial or minor details, also known as fussy. But you said pernickety?
Pretending to sign papers each day.
Spelling's the same. Okay, so what did you mean by pernickety?
To be fussy on details.
Okay, so yeah, you're missing the S. It's snickety. There's an S in there.
Not the way I say it.
I'm sure it's not, but if you type in pernickety, it's the British term of persnickety.
Yes. I was going to say that, so.
Yeah, I know.
The dictionary literally says it's a valid alternative.
Oh, well, no, it's the British term. They're neglecting the S.
No, we probably added it.
Hey, it's cooler.
Okay.
Let's leave it up. Let's leave it up to the chat. Chat, what do you think? Would you go with the S or the non-S for
So do you remember she was saying that he was a smoker? So that dude is smoking. So that is
that must
probably
be
the body
ganger.
double.
Yeah. Now, can you possess him and like totally?
He was also claiming that he was pretending to sign papers, but at least he read them, which would indicate he's the double and not the dude.
Keep up with the good Duke.
And he's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about him. So.
Or kiss my
Your
hand.
cover is blown.
Say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Wow, he's the first person I have to ask.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I think you're the Duke body double.
Listen, I think you're the Duke's body double. You can't have any love for the man. I'm here to end his rule, and I have an idea you should hear.
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
I want to replace him with you.
A more agreeable Duke than Luca Abel.
Okay.
If I wanted to depose him without having to slit his throat, do you think you could convince people that you're the Duke?
That's bold. I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abel and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince...
Oop, I lost the audio.
And believes he's the Duke.
Okay.
I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
Oh my god, the Duke's got two-factor authentication.
It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Sir Konos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abel has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Sir Konos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
Could we just disappear him?
Also, I'll have to gradually be less awful so people don't suspect.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we also have to make sure we don't accidentally off the wrong one, because, boy, that would be embarrassing. Leah says, yeah, as I'm distracted with the stream, my cat is eating my breakfast.
Oh, that's
Nah. You've always got to be careful with that.
Now, wait, did it change the icon over his head now? Yeah, it did. Okay, so we can't mix them up now. We know who he is.
Yeah.
In fact, the other one should have changed also, but it didn't.
Well, no, because we can either kill him or
or just commit him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can just commit him to the
We always have the
lunatic
choice.
asylum. I say kill. Lunatic asylum just means he's going to be a problem in the future.
This
painting.
is hilarious to me. So this is Luca Abel's self-portrait.
Yeah, his eyes are way too close together. Even for artistic license. Yeah, that's funny. Now, can you take this painting?
Funnily enough, that is the one painting you can't steal and
You
sell.
can't steal. So everyone take a
Almost
screenshot
as
of
though
it.
Nobody would pay for it.
Yep, nobody would. I'm just curious how much of Leah Crow's cat got of her breakfast, and of what of her breakfast was attractive to the cat.
Was it cereal? My old cat used to love cereal.
That
We have
makes
cats
no
that
sense.
want. Yeah, we have cats that like and want the weirdest things. And for example, we've had one that likes cantaloupe, bran muffins, pizza. What else are some of the things that our cats have liked? You probably have a couple, Narc, that like weird things in forma Russia.
No, our cats like chicken and chicken liver. So,
oh yeah, but we have one that absolutely adores chicken. She'll kill for chicken. Zachary Stevens says I can't own a cat. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you allergic? Leah Crow, she went for the crackers. I let her have them when she started. You have crackers for breakfast? Is that a normal thing, or is that what just was available? Yeah, bran muffins and cantaloupe was definitely the weirdest one that I can think of as far as that. We also had one that likes pizza. Oh, Zachary Stevens' dad has an allergy. Okay, so that's why. Oh, Narc has a great story about people and cats.
Nope. No, I don't.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
No, I don't.
He dated a person where literally this person's father was so allergic he literally had to go through decontamination processes in showering and cleaning clothes just so they could be social at all. It was unreal.
Wow.
Leah says, "Oh, my cat goes for cantaloupe too." Okay, sweet. So that olives. That was the other thing. We have a cat that actually adores olives.
Because the
chemicals are similar to catnip.
It's very similar to catnip.
Yes. Oh yeah. Absolutely loves olives. Zachary says, "Tell us." No, there's not much else to that. But no, it's just that literally anytime they would do stuff, they would literally have to take their clothes, wash them and clean them, and put them in plastic bags afterwards so that they weren't exposed to them. They would have to go shower and then change directly into those clothes and then leave the house, not to be exposed to any cat or cat dander at all. Because if this person was exposed, they could literally drop dead. It was
That's horrendous.
Oh yeah, it made socialization really difficult. But yeah, they did it for quite a while. So yeah, people, you know, the things they do.
I quite regularly find my cat's hair on like in other people's cars and things. It just travels so far.
oh yeah, it goes everywhere. I mean, there's no way around it. In fact, I remember one girl that I knew. I remember being in her car once, and she actually had leftover cat food inside the little recesses of the car door handles and stuff because of all the times that they would have the cat around and out and about and doing things and whatnot. And I don't know whether the cat put them there or they put that there for the cat, but it was it was really, really weird.
As many of you may know, I have a little cat who's very, very spoiled.
We're still waiting for pictures.
Well, I will take pictures at the next opportunity. But
Yes, please.
I recently, Instagram has realized that I am very easily sort of convinced into spending money on my cat.
Oh, really? Well, like tons of toys and things, or oh, geez, you're one of those.
When it just advertised a remote control mouse to me that you sort of like throw about, and well, you control it with your phone and it runs about, and and it's for your cat to hunt basically. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing ever! I really need to buy it.
That is awesome. And how expensive was this lovely piece of technology for your cat's amusement?
Pretty expensive. I haven't convinced myself to buy it yet, but I'm definitely thinking about it.
Well, the funny thing. Well, here's the thing: does the cat actually want to, or think they want to? Because we've got cat toys up the wazoo for many years, from feathers on sticks to little balls and squishy things and little stuffed animals. I mean, every arrangement you could possibly think of. And you know what the two favorite toys of all time are? is the little plastic cap that comes off of the milk carton.
Yes.
And a zip tie tied to the end of a stick. Those literally are the two most enjoyable toys any cat in this household has ever loved. And they pretty much ignore everything else you've bought them. So,
yeah.
And the other thing that they like are cardboard boxes. So cat toys, RC mice or strange helicopters or whatever else, don't go for those. Milk bottle top, zip tie on a stick, cardboard box.
What's he doing?
Those are all the things they love.
I think he's sleeping something off.
Oh.
Did you
See,
try
I'm
him
thinking
out
you've
before?
totally been able to prop this guy up on a couch like he's rested and get away with it, but
Yes.
but I guess the game does not
shit.
agree.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Doopy doopy doo. Okay. I'm gonna put you down here for a little bit, Duke. Stay there. Oh shit.
Nope, that did not work.
That did not work at all.
Quick, rewind time.
Oh my goodness.
What did that door jam ever do to you?
No, you're ruining the molding.
You hide your...
Oh, come on.
You're a little outnumbered now.
There we go. It's all good.
Don't worry,
We're all
ladies
good.
and gentlemen.
It's
She's a
okay.
professional. She
It's
knows what
okay.
she's doing.
Can't beat them, become them.
I was wondering if she was going to do that.
Hi. You go to sleep now.
Wow, that's the meanest version of hi I've seen all day.
He put his helmet
I'm sorry.
to sleep.
Wow, you killed him mid-sentence.
Ooh.
He couldn't even say his... Oh, God.
Wow, that was graphic.
Did you target his mouth on purpose?
Stabbed him through the mouth, through the back of his head.
Oh, God. I can't unsee that.
Nope.
I apologize,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen. That was unexpected.
I think we did tag the stream 18 plus, didn't we?
Yeah, I think
if,
they're all
if
are.
not
aren't they?
before, then definitely
I'm
now.
sure we've had this conversation.
Yes, I think we probably have. Okay, so we got to get him out of here before bad things happen, or worse things
More
happen.
bad things happen.
Last episode on Weekend at Duca Bell's.
Oh my God. I gotta say, before we left, aesthetically, I saw this little device on the table that had kind of a round typewriter-esque type thing. I thought it was kind of interesting. What did you do? Oh,
I dropped him.
You dropped the Duke.
I dropped the
Wow,
Duke.
he died.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I say we leave it at that. Like,
No. Go back. No, we have a save, right?
I do have a save, but
Oh, we gotta go back. No, we can't. That was a goof. You dropped the poor guy. You killed him by accident. That's no, we can't do that. He seemed kind of nice.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Can you not?
His bodyguard was nice. I mean, his
All right,
bodyguard's
all right.
still alive.
All right, but look, but that doesn't ruin the whole
he's the
plan.
double.
That only. No, that's the Duke.
Is that the Duke?
That's the Duke.
Yeah, that's the Duke.
Oh, okay. All right,
Okay,
never mind.
but that doesn't
All right.
ruin.
No, I
that
thought
doesn't
was
ruin the whole
double.
plan. That only ruins the throw him in an asylum bit. We could have killed him anyway.
Right.
But
all right, never mind.
We just need the medallion.
No, I
Yeah,
thought that was
which
the
we
double.
have, I
I'm
think.
sorry.
If you
I
have
was
the
looking at
medallion,
robotic
then
mice.
I guess you just have to give it to the double.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was looking online for which robotic mice she was talking about, so I thought that was the double. Never mind. Boy, you really scared me there, though. Jeez, that was. I thought it ruined the whole plan.
No, it would have failed you. It would have given you a mission failure.
Well, this
I am
game is
not having good luck today.
You've now broken a
Ow.
window with the Duke's corpse.
The Duke has some.
Oh, with your face, I think.
Yep.
Or his butt, either way.
I'm like a cat that's falling down curtains.
That's one way to put it.
I want to be up. Okay, fine. I will not be up.
Yeah, you're definitely a cat if you want to be up.
If they owed you,
Nope, not under the molding. Ugh.
wasteful of
The-
spend, wanton of flesh.
There we go.
Okay, so how do we let the double know that the plan is now not to actually save him?
If we just
If you bring the body
show
back,
him?
if we bring the body to the quarters and he's dead, it's like, well,
Oh, sorry,
Guess we're
these
not
things
doing
happen.
that.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, no, we can't let everyone know that he's dead because otherwise, unless we want to make him look like the double that's dead. Is that what we're trying to do?
Does this bed rotate?
I expect it probably does. I can't
everything in
talk
this
to him
game
now.
is mechanical. So
I think the game is now just saying, no, that plan is over. Which I kind of object to. I agree with Narc. I don't think.
Okay, but all right, but don't we have to get on the same page with the double here to let him know that he
so
now
the
just
double-
has to be the Duke?
No,
Well, the double's right there.
That's
and
him.
the double won't,
Yeah.
I can't interact
So
with him
it's
apart
either
from to strangle him.
assassinate or replace and institutionalize. I guess kill and replace is not an option.
Yeah,
That's too
I
bad.
think so. Yeah.
Oh, so wait a minute, we have to kill both of them now?
No, we don't have to kill him at all. He's free now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's not going to get to be the Duke, I guess.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. We want him to be the Duke, so we have to put him in the asylum then, right? We have to go back and not kill the real Duke.
No. Well, I mean, it's.
I don't know.
Six and a half dozen.
I wanted a good replacement Duke, is what I'm saying.
Whoop.
That,
Time
Yeah, don't-
to go.
Yeah,
I
we
thought you were gonna
could
take his pants
we could
off.
load a save. I think I'd be okay with it.
Do you wanna? Let
I
me
don't- I
look at
like-
what my
I
last.
like
All right,
the
but we'll put it this way:
replacement
is there
Duke.
any
Yeah.
payoff to it? In other words, I mean, is there anything interesting about the way that ends compared to the way
Well,
this
my
ends?
last autosave is with him there, so actually, no, we're stuck with this.
Oh man.
Well, okay, well, we got to eat our own dog food then, or cat food, in this case, maybe.
Probably. Oh man. Now I don't feel so good.
He doesn't either.
Oh, it's fine.
I get a feeling there's a Scottish thing that you guys internalize a lot more.
Look, if the guy couldn't survive a fall of that height while unconscious, he never would have made it as a Scot. Let's be honest.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was what, 20 feet in the air? Yeah, that's normal at dying like that. You're the one who dropped him on his head.
Like, just
Hardly
because I
his
have
fault.
butterfingers.
That's the part he needed the least.
That's victim shaming right then and there. Oh, well, if you can't survive a fall from 20 feet on top of your head, it's your own fault. That's just crazy talk.
For a second, I thought that potted plant was
That's
looking for you.
I will replenish my mana.
Why are all the toilets... Well, I got worried there for a second. I thought you were going to start drinking out of the toilet.
No, this isn't Fallout.
You are properly hydrated.
I know, but Narc doesn't have a problem with it. I would probably just die.
You were now thirsty. Oops.
Why are all the toilets round?
I love possessing people when they're attacking me. It's just the easiest way to deal with it.
Can you walk them off the building?
That would kill me.
No, I mean just get them close to the edge and then beam out and then push them off.
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
There. See? Sleep. I'm not a deadly murderer all the time. Just accidentally sometimes.
Wow,
Okay.
I love
Sleep
how
in
you
the bath.
qualify that.
Sleep
Not
in the bath.
all the time. Only part of the time. So pray I don't use that chain thing and you're out of range,
Yeah.
because then I'm gonna have to hack off your limbs.
People keep their bone charms in weird places.
They do, don't they? There, sleep.
Sorry, that doesn't get any less creepy.
Also, look, the heart can see something.
Huh.
Well,
is that the
heart wants
Horcrux
what the heart
thingy?
wants.
Is that Delilah's
Yep.
thing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do we have to deal with that now?
So this is Delilah's old rooms. And somewhere here there is a...
There's no stuffed animals and unicorns in it, huh?
Funnily enough, no, but there is somewhere...
She's a big
some
fruity.
lore. Delilah's diary. I knew there was lore somewhere.
Oh, we're totally gonna read her diary? Oh, this is...
I painted the ocean today. The clever tide left messages in froth and detritus on the rocks. The waves use a secret language synchronize their efforts. If I could learn to speak as the waves do, then I would have a powerful ally. And why should I not learn the language of the ocean? Those years in the void changed my senses, and now I perceive things others cannot know. I have a strong desire to paint my niece, Emily Caldwin, bound to a burning pyre. I'd match the reds of the flame with her insufferable mouth, her spoiled, sullen pout. Maybe I will begin the sketches soon, or maybe I'll grow bored with the notion. Luca continues to use Karnaca as his playground. I am pleased he is unrestrained by the petty restraints of society and so-called etiquette. Delilah is no poet. I am only beginning to understand the ways I've changed, but my Duke is the same as he ever was since he was a boy. Wonderful to be so carefree. If I could move on Dunwall today, but there is no better moment than the anniversary of Jessamine's death. Our approach will be masked by the other visitors from across my empire, and there will be a certain symmetry that historians will no doubt find most satisfying between my sister's death and my own ascension.
Except she didn't even
keep that open for a second.
She didn't even attempt to kill us, though.
Oh, you can't keep it open. What did you see?
Sorry,
can you get that back?
I can look at it.
Okay, well, I was
lore.
just... Yeah, can you look at the lore?
And
Delilah's diary. Is that it? I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more from the girl's diary. Okay. Yeah, I'm pleased he is unrestrained by the petty restraints. Yeah, that's bad writing. It probably should say he is unrestrained by the pettiness of society, and so-called etiquette. Yeah, that would have been restraints twice like that is just.
Or unfettered by the petty restraints.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's unfettered. Good word.
Yeah,
So
I'd say that's a mistaken revision.
Oh, Leah says, I hate those momentary faucets. I usually operate them with my foot in order to wash my hands.
Oh,
yeah.
So
they did lock us up. Presumably, we're going to be.
So let's go back because I'm assuming we knew this, right? We heard tales of why Delilah resents us, right? Because she was kept out of the palace. But they're
which is not totally unjustified,
right?
Yeah.
But we're both illegitimate children. It's just that Emily's got kind of an escape clause in her origin that allowed her to be involved in the court, and that did not apply to Delilah.
Right, which probably infuriates her even more.
So who exactly? Just as a reminder, I just want to make sure I'm remembering everything right. Who are Delilah's parents?
Jessamine's dad and a kitchen maid, a kitchen wench.
Jessamine's dad?
Yeah, so Emily's grandfather, basically.
Okay.
Delilah's father is Emily's grandfather. So she says.
So apparently condoms aren't a thing in this world, right?
They're only 98% reliable.
Hey, that's still 98's better than 0.
Well, I'm sure Delilah would consider herself in the top 2%.
Don't mind me. Don't call any guards. It's all
Those
good.
stairs on the office, those could be tiresome real quick.
Kieran, sir. We were confused by your most recent response. The Duke was, well, he was furious. He sent me to interview you about your progress.
This playback instance of the machine is waking up. Aristocratic profile, but hostile.
Mr. Jindosh.
Switching to alternative tactical mode.
Bye.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Whoop. Bye.
We sneak by the killer robots. Oh, yep.
I don't think you
Wow,
really
the whole
call
house
this
is being
sneaking.
alerted. No,
We're not sneaking anymore.
This is a sneaking failure.
Really sneaky.
How do you
I don't
figure?
understand what you're saying. This is the sneakiest I've ever been.
You are running
See?
at full
Look,
marathon
Nobody
speed.
knows where I am. I'm extremely
Where's he
sneaky.
running?
I'm the
I don't know.
sneakiest person.
He literally
who
just
ever
saw you
sneaked.
come in the room and then disappear. And instead, he ran out.
Lost its quarry. I'm gonna elude the machine.
She can't have gone far, see? I am incredibly sneaky.
Yeah, she's the Jez of sneakies, the sneakiest person that ever did sneak.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Exactly.
I love how Jindosh has let other people use his robots and it still has the placeholder recordings in it.
Yeah, I know, that's kind of funny.
There we go, a little secret button. And let's close that behind us.
This plays when the robot asks for a contribution to my Kickstarter.
Let's see what Duke Bell keeps hidden away in here.
Lol. So, what?
This must be the
Yes.
Duke's vault.
What does Delilah keep hidden away here?
Crown Killer strikes again.
Oh, I like that Duke Bell puts some flowers on Delilah's picture.
I think she has a haircut on Thursday.
This is perfectly normal and well-adjusted behavior.
Delilah Copperspoon.
Black Bone Charm. What does this one do? Oh, and that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leah
Damn
Crow.
it, there's no code
Leah
numbers.
Crow wanted to know if that was a wanted poster for Megan. On the.
Oh, yeah, was it?
For what, sorry?
If one of the
Was that a
images was,
wanted poster?
was the wanted poster of Megan.
Yeah, the upper left?
No.
No, that's Emily Caldwin.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
what we
There we go,
look
that's
like.
better.
Gotcha.
The Crown Killer assists Duke Bell in apprehending the vicious Crown Killer. So we're still being blamed as the Crown Killer by...
Generous rewards and positions promised for
information leading to the swift arrest or death of the killer, now known to be none other than the former Empress Emily Caldwin. The deranged criminal is suspected to be in Karnaca. Authorities warn the murders will continue until she is brought to justice. Report all suspicious characters to the nearest Grand Guard checkpoint. Do not attempt to apprehend unassisted.
Murders will continue until morale improves.
Morale improves.
Do not engage, yeah.
I'm sure there's...
This is the thing Ashworth made to hold
There's
Delilah.
sometimes a thing in here.
Well, you can break that fan down for screws.
Yes, so am I. Where's the machine? Whoop.
The machine should begin scouting the vicinity.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I just love this architecture. So beautiful. There's the machine. Come closer. Closer, machine.
When this plays, search is underway.
Closer. Closer. No, that's further. That's the opposite. Stupid machine.
Damn uncooperative.
The machine is still searching.
God, you're like a remote-controlled mouse with a cat.
Where are you, little machine?
This indicates the search protocol is underway. The machine has entered combat. Enemy evasion.
Yep. Oh, ow! Little dick. I forgot that it could hear me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it doesn't keep its brain in its head. I mean, why would you if you're a device like that?
I know.
But it is where your eyes are, but not where your ears are, I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand exactly how that is, but
Well, the question is where is its microphone sensors?
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to put the brain and eyes and ears of a robot in the head unless you're looking to create a single point of failure. I mean,
yeah, well, that's just it, so without design schematics.
yeah, who would design a large complex machine to have as many design flaws as we do?
Nobody. Not to mention it's anthropomorphic, so I gotta say though, the architecture of those, I don't know, they're not exactly gargoyles or cats or whatever else, everything, but whatever they are, I thought they were really cool. The ones guarding the edges of the door.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Okay.
I would much rather have those in my office than a statue of my own butt. Just saying. Leah Crow said, I'd put extra ears in the knees.
Boom.
I lost more than that.
So, there's a little thing here. So this is just... the machine is still searching? Oh, it must be
probably a different one,
somewhere, yeah. Somewhere above.
Is there a faucet around? Because you look like you're getting a little low there. Health and mana.
So this Broken Gazelle ornament...
Why would the Duke keep this old thing?
Why would the Duke keep this old thing is just one of the little things that's all explained in the
extended lore, yeah.
Yeah, which... I mean, I'm not saying Dishonored is a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, but
no, but it is rather good.
I don't like it when so much about the character's motivations
is in extra as opposed to in the original.
Like, why is this guy so obsessed with Delilah?
Mm-hmm.
If you read this book, you'll find out. Like, we're not going to put.
Yeah. Pion 4 is in the chat. Hi, Pion. He says, "Hey, Assorted Ramsey. Thanks for joining us."
All right. Are we ready to collect Delilah's spirit?
Yeah,
I think so. Now, do we have to boot the other spirit from our heart here, or are we just gonna it's like an auto swap thing where only one will fit and we install the new one and the old is ejected automatically?
Yeah, well, if we take Delilah's spirit before we put the other one in, we'll be over encumbered. So,
right.
and you will not be able to run.
Yes.
No, we'll take damage.
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel.
Okay. That's fine.
You were all I ever wanted.
I stayed as long as I could, trying to guide you. The world is better for your influence.
Be at peace, Mother. I will honor you, always.
I love you. And this is the final thought I carry into my days.
Now, if we had played a high chaos playthrough, that would have been a very different conversation.
Really?
I was going to ask about that line about the world is better off. I mean, was she watching when you were killing people?
I was killing them for a good reason.
Oh yeah, totally justifiable homicide.
Was this the heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive.
And now, when we squeeze the heart...
Let me guess. Makes little fart noises.
Faded into nothing. Her reward is peace.
There is no more Jessamine. Only Delilah.
Mm-hmm. Delilah.
Just also, I love how much gold Luca Abel has just sitting in his flat.
What? No platinum?
Alrighty. Let's
Oh, Pion 4 says, yeah, I haven't been around for the stream so much, but I wanted to say it's been cool you've been doing Dishonored 2. Really looking forward to see if you're doing Death of the Outsider as well.
Oh yeah, did we commit to something?
I don't know. It's a it's a good standalone expansion, shall we say?
Well, we may have to consider that for the future. It'll really be up to Jillybean if she wants to continue on, but yeah. Leah says, yeah, I like how the heart is black. Yeah, I gotta say that's an improvement. It looks less heart-like and more mechanical.
But anyway, just to go back to the thing about the world being better, I mean, like, I'm assuming that Jessamine did not have the powers of the Outsider, was not an assassin at any point, and presumably then has not really killed a lot of people in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, I'm wondering where the better world is.
Not a murdery person.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
there's a huge amount of lag here.
Yes, it did do that.
It did not like going in there.
Probably the plants.
I got my stripes.
Bye.
So I think that there may have been a missed opportunity
stealthy.
for some comedy just by having your mom go, "Oh my God, look what did you do to that man with that knife? That was terrible.
Well,
Why
no.
did you do that?"
Oh well.
Uh-oh.
I love how your mom suddenly is Jewish. Okay, are we swimming back to another country? What are we doing?
Well, we're getting back to the boat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, but we're gonna go through the private dock because it's easier.
Well, there are birds. Bird infestation. Just saying. Easy flight.
Ta-da.
Which also means Lord of the Rings is ruined by the fact we didn't fly on the Eagles all the way there. Yeah, Pion 4 says also, yeah, have you guys seen the funniest part of this entire game yet? I don't know. We had a pretty good laugh before.
What's the funniest part?
Yeah, that's the question of what pies...
We have fallen down
you know.
several times. That's usually quite funny.
Oh, we also dropped our Duke there on his head.
We
by
accidentally
accident.
killed someone
Yeah, that was
that
pretty
we
funny.
did not
She-
mean to. And I say we. It
It's
was
the
me.
royal. Well, look,
I
she's royalty. It's the royal we. I mean,
Yeah. Do.
you keep your explosives underwater.
Yeah, did we flood this? I'll tell this. Oh, you were talking about the Duke's portrait. Yes, we found the Duke's portrait.
Yes.
His eyes are way too close together, and we did have a very good laugh. And now we need to possess a plumber so we
There
can
is.
drain this place.
Where? How does one get? Oops.
So here's my question. So we now have Delilah's captured spirit inside our heart compass.
Can you break that crate with a knife?
No.
How do we get it into her body? That's my question. Pion 4 says, yeah, I had to pause it for like a minute when I found it. Oh my god, yeah. I wanted to keep
pretty
it.
good.
I wanted to take it with us. I figured we would save that for later, but apparently the game does not want you to actually possess the finest artwork of Dishonored.
It's something that wonderful cannot be owned.
Well, here's my question. Obviously somebody in the game had to make it. Now, was it an accident? Was it intentional? Did they hit a filter?
It's a very
Or-
skillful execution of what it is. So I would say no. I would say that was not created by accident.
I'm wondering, it could have been somebody's, developer's kid made it and said, Daddy, look what I made, and they put it in the game because they were happy. And now everyone's looking at it and laughing. Or was that an honest representation the artist really did and that was the best they could do? And now everyone makes fun of it. And if so, every time somebody laughs at it, they go, "Aw." And
That was my best work.
that would make me feel bad. It's like I tried, I'm just curious about the details around that photo. I really, really am. Wow, somebody put a table and a chair out here so they can watch the boats come in?
You don't sometimes just want to sit and drink brandy, possibly out of a teacup. I'm not really sure what that is.
It's an empty bottle and an empty cup, so that's kind of a bummer.
It really bothers me how this is maybe one of the only examples in the game where this happens, but you have to go to that specific spot to trigger Megan to come, but then you still have to go to Megan
To the
here.
dock. That's just weird.
It's just an odd little chain of events that
Yeah.
never happens anywhere else in the game.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
Duke Abel is dead. Long live whatever comes next.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last.
Yep, who's ever
I
next?
still want to
'cause
change
we
that to be a happy
don't know
whale.
who that is anymore.
Ready then?
Take me back to the ship.
Let's set out.
As you want.
Pion 4 says, Blackstar, let the Duke be bad at art. Yeah, well, technically he didn't actually do it. It had to be a game artist of some kind. But yeah, I mean, no Duke is perfect, and I wasn't sure if the actual Duke made that one or his double is the one that actually made that one. I wasn't sure how clear that was.
Duke.
The actual Duke. Okay, so
Yeah.
he's really bad at drawing. So yeah, so if that be the case, I was wondering if the duplicate would actually be able to live with that, or would he want to change that thing?
Yeah, it doesn't look like they
once he
wrote in
took
a
power.
reaction for for agreeing to do one scheme and then killing the Duke anyway.
Yeah.
They did not anticipate
Or
that, I guess.
accidentally dropping.
Well, yes, I mean, it doesn't matter
It's
how it
almost
happens.
like the game didn't expect you to accidentally drop someone.
No, well, I mean, you know, there are random circumstances where people would accidentally get killed, even though your intentions are other. The opponent force says, yeah, and it's much better, apparently. Yeah, the double sometimes has his own on a permutation of this level. So yeah, so if you supposedly do bring him to power, he gets better artwork. So that's kind of cool. I wonder if that actually could be like a detail somebody could discover later and say, you're not the real Duke. Your art's too
he
good.
was a terrible artist.
You've been exposed by your artistic skills. It's backfired.
Muted colors and the way the light falls. It's done.
That's just an Instagram filter.
But it's not. Have I changed? Or does everything just
Yes.
look different when you're not wearing a crown?
No, it's your mask.
Whatever grand scheme you've got underway now, Delilah, you were smart when you stole this place from me. You knew who among my people to corrupt, and you took away my strongest ally, my father. But you didn't know me. You only saw a sheltered princess. You never thought I'd fight back. You don't know me, Delilah, but you will.
You
Now, we're
didn't know
obviously
I was a
not gonna
murderous
play-
psychopath.
Yeah. So we're obviously not going to play
No.
all of level 9, but there's just a little tiny bit at the start that I think we should do today. Just to... what I'm going to do is I'll do it in a minute, actually. Because there's a nice little set of actions that can happen here.
I must admit, this campaign has been conducted with far more remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background, taking the
Okay, tell us, Anton.
He was about-
Tell us about stuff.
He was about to say restraint.
Yeah.
Somebody likes that word.
Yeah.
You know where to go to find
I
Delilah.
mean, I only murder people when they see me.
It's my hope that you have some sort of plan.
It could be tricky. She might not give me any choice but to fight. And Delilah deserves whatever she gets.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told
I like restraint.
long ago, badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
It's probably too late to dwell on regrets.
Yes, you're right. In any case, please watch yourself. I've come to care a great deal about you.
Okay, we're getting creepy here.
Okay.
Yeah, for a second, I thought he was about to kiss us.
Now, let's go and see what Megan has to say now that we're back at Dunwall.
I've come to care about you very much.
You really,
give us a kiss.
You really do get the sense, actually, that for Sokolov, it really wouldn't much matter whether...
Either way, yeah.
Well, whether the positions were swapped, right? Whether we're Emily trying to unseat Delilah or the other way around, it's kind of all the same to him.
I still want to go back in time and change this boat to the Happy Whale.
This thing in Karnaca could have really gotten ugly. Hey, there you are.
What do you mean could have? Everything in this game has gotten ugly. Of course, you got your arm and your eye back, so you should be thrilled.
She doesn't know that, though.
I know. We should tell her.
People have called me that for a long time, but it's a lie. My name
Harmless?
is Billy Lurk.
Everyone's full of secrets. Why do I feel like you've got more to say?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but you deserve the truth. I'll just say it. 15 years ago, I ran with a mercenary gang. We got paid to kill people. Some who deserved it, some who didn't. The boss pulled me up from the Dunwall slums when I had nothing and had run out of rope. This is hard to admit.
Whatever it is, spit it out.
Our leader was the assassin Dowd, and I was part of the crew. Our last big job together, we were paid to...
kill you.
Help Dowd kill my mother?
Ta-da.
Yes. I don't know what else to say. I've lived a very long time wishing I could take that day back, but I can't.
Here, hold this cannonball, and I'm putting it in the water.
Billy's underlying motivation was that she was one of the team that assassinated Jessamine.
Yep, and she's trying to correct that mistake.
So it wasn't actually about Aramis Stilton at all.
So what so I don't understand. So what is it about what happened afterwards that led Megan to decide that that was a mistake? Was she completely unaware of the nature of the political situation, or did she agree that Jessamine was a tyrant before? And if so, why does she not believe that now?
Hey, maybe it was just a job. Maybe after she saw the repercussions of after what happened, it's like, oh, that was a bad thing.
The first choice there is you've changed. I would say, why did she change? What changed her?
Right.
Yeah.
Pie on 4 says, to be honest, most of the reason I like Death of the Outsider is that Billy is probably the strongest characterization in the game. And
yeah, Billy is really, really good in Death of the Outsider.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna really be a bummer killing her right now, though.
Yeah. So Billy actually also featured in the first game's DLCs, I think, and but because I've never played those ones, I was very confused about this the first time I played this game, and I think the first game's DLCs implies that Dowd really actually didn't want to kill the Empress, but was in a bit of a bind and sort of or changed his mind very quickly about killing the Empress, and his gang weren't all bad. They were, in the same way that everybody with power in the Dishonored universe is corrupt.
Yeah,
because
well,
the
nobody's
gang
never all bad or all good. I mean, this is just a very corrupt society, though.
They were all poor people who just got sick and lived a sort of Robin Hood lifestyle.
Okay, so the choice you've got here now is you've changed since those times, or you're a monster.
Well,
so
I guess,
what happens if you go with either one?
I guess we have to fight her, or perhaps kill her, or perhaps she, I don't know, does she just jump over the side if we
or should maybe
don't
she
forgive
just
her?
Us or something?
What do you want to say?
I personally, instinctively, I would want to go you've changed since this time, because there's so much that Billy's done for us.
Okay.
Obviously, she's sticking with this to try and make things right.
I can't ever forgive you for what you did. But suffering has a way of twisting people. You're a different woman today than you were then.
Yeah. We've all been hurt. But not all
more than others.
What I did. Or became what Delilah became. I know you'll never get over it. But neither will I.
I hope not. Goodbye, Billy. I'm taking the skiff, and I'll go alone from here.
So...
Okay, Pi says...
So is that the last time you see Billy?
Yeah, Pi says, how did this get so wholesome? And the way I'm looking at it, from a metagame perspective, I'm thinking, this is a character who's been our ally. Why would I want to make things worse? But then when they say, nope, you know what? I'm pissed at you. I'm not going to do anything bad, but I'm going to do the last mission by myself. So which basically means her help is irrelevant from a gameplay perspective. It's not... We're not making this any harder for ourselves if we didn't be nice to her.
Right.
However,
I'm just wondering why you're crouch walking
politically
trying to pickpocket her.
Politically, I'm thinking you would probably want, if you're being ruthless about it, you probably want to get rid of this person once they're useful. Oh,
yeah. Wait, what are you doing?
Okay.
I saved.
So wait a minute. Oh my God.
Key figure assassinated. Billy Lurk.
Oh my god!
Try to be in some DLC now, why don't you?
Oh jeez! Oh my god!
We can do this as well.
What?
Oh, we gotta feed her to the rats?
Feed her to the rats?
Nope, we're gonna rub
Oh, we're gonna show it to Sokolov.
Sokolov's face in it because he knew.
No. Oh yeah, drop the brush.
Leocor's like, what?
Leah says, wow, I did not see that coming.
Why?
Are you seriously asking that, dude?
Oh, don't tell me you're gonna kill him too.
I can actually, yeah, I could kill him as well.
Well, you can kill anybody, but I'm just thinking, like, oh my god.
You should have told me that
Oh
Megan
my god!
would kill my mother.
Did it! Oh my god. Ellie, you're so evil.
And do you know what? I don't want you both lying like that. That's a bit weird.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Gonna pick up both of them? And,
Wasn't there some kind of study at some point that said that among English-speaking game-playing nations that, like, the UK's residents tended to like playing the evil roots more than the Americans? I thought I read something of that a few years ago.
Leah says, this is not okay. Zachary says, no! Yeah, I'm thank goodness she actually saved first.
But also think about the political situation here, right? I mean, we were accused of being illegitimate, of being a murderer, and deposed.
Yep.
And we're trying to undo that.
Congratulations, you've just proven them right.
Once Megan/Billy can't help us anymore. She knows too much. I mean, we may not have been the crown killer, but we've killed as many people as the crown killer in our bid to regain power.
Wow, talk about the ruthless magnetism.
Ordinary people probably aren't going to be any more, better or worse off with us as they would have been with Delilah or anybody else. So,
but still, got to be loyal to the subjects, dude.
Real politics says here it probably makes sense for him to kill her.
Yeah.
Leah says, yeah, I mean, it's good for the devs to make that possible, but no.
And then when we go into this secret cabin, we see that, Billy Lurk.
Billy Lurk, that's her.
Yeah.
And, crimes and heresy with Dowd.
And the dreadful wail is an anagram of farewell, Dowd.
Yep. Huh. Yeah, Leah says, yeah, you made an old man cry. She made him do more than that. She made him bleed on the ground there.
Yeah. So what day is it? I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know what will happen. No one can know, but I have a feeling that we'll all be dead soon. Everyone dies, just like my sweet Deirdre twitching in the mud. But I think death is very close now. The air feels strange. The wind is coming from the west. I saw a dead gull floating in some foam. Don't go off to Dunwall, Billy. That's what I'm reading from all the signs. I could run, finally try and find him at long last, the old knife himself. That's Dowd. They could rent another boat. They don't need me, not really, so I could run. I should run. Haven't I had more than my share of blood, so why am I still here? And then there's
Megan, she took Megan's name.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter to someone, somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy, made my living as a killer, one of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
So Dowd knew this was going to happen, or wanted it to happen,
or predicted that it would
happen. Sort of knew bits of it. He did have the outsider's mark,
but apparently he didn't know about Delilah, or thought it was a foregone conclusion that Emily would win in the competition between Delilah and.
So he, in the DLC, he put Delilah in the void. So he thinks he stopped
so he
Delilah.
thought it was over.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And yeah, so we have
Okay.
one more level to go, which will be next week.
Okay, but why did he kill Jessamine?
Do you know?
Was he just hired?
I would need to I will Google that.
I mean, they were assassins, right? I mean, so.
Okay, wait a minute. Before we continue on, wow, Leah Crow says I am still horrified. Canal Cora says, yeah, like good Jogo.
I don't know. I don't know what that person's saying.
Yeah, Pion 4 says Dowd's voice is so good, and you know what? Is that Michael Madsen?
I'm looking it up now.
Are you? Okay, because I swear, because after Rosario Dawson, I'm beginning to think that they've had access to a lot of good actors and stuff. But when I heard it, when he said the word daughter, it made me think of Kill Bill, and he says it like this. I swear he says it like the exact same thing in that film when he talks about her deserving her revenge in that film, and the voice sounded really similar. Because he's in a lot of Quentin Tarantino stuff. He was in Reservoir Dogs. Pion 4 says it is. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. So that was actually Michael Madsen.
Yep.
That was.
Yes, it is.
It is. Oh, geez, yep. That is cool.
And I just happened. I ended up
really cool.
I ended up on the page for the first game by mistake, and I just happened to come across Brad Dourif's name, who I didn't.
Oh no!
Yeah,
he's in the first one. Oh, sweet.
He's Piero.
Yes, Piero.
Yeah.
Oh, Canal says, yeah, it's a very top game. So yeah, this is a very good. Yeah, this is a very, very good one.
Okay, so after carrying out the assassination of the Empress and delivering Emily to Burroughs' agent, so Burroughs was the bad guy in the first game, Dowd is racked with guilt over the act, a feeling which the Outsider reinforces. Appearing to Dowd after the assassination, the Outsider provides him with one last gift so that he might alter coming events, the name Delilah. Unable to abide a mystery by his own admittance, Dowd begins to investigate the significance of the name. The conclusion of the DLC is affected by the chaos that Dowd inflicts over the course of his search, yada yada yada. With the help of Billy Lurk, Dowd discovers the whaling trawler Delilah at the slaughterhouse, and his subsequent hunt eventually directs him to Delilah Copperspoon, a painter, black magic practitioner, and leader of the Brigmore Witches. Dowd discovers Delilah took an interest in him long before he ever heard of us. Yada yada. Dowd learns that he was betrayed by Billy, who saw his regret over the Empress's assassination as weakness and plotted to take his place.
Wow.
Working in conjunction with Delilah, they brought the overseers to the flooded district and arranged for Billy to kill Dowd herself. In High Chaos, Billy duels Dowd for leadership of the Whalers, and Dowd can either kill or spare her. In Low Chaos, she chooses not to go through with the act, leaving her fate in Dowd's hands. Dowd's decision in either case affects the Outsider's final opinion and narration as the story closes. And then following Billy's betrayal, Dowd discovers Delilah's location. Dowd realizes that Delilah is plotting to use a powerful ritual to steal Emily Caldwin's body and rule in her place as the Empress. In response, he pursues Delilah to the void and eliminates her in the middle of the ritual, protecting the child he once abducted.
Okay.
So
everybody got that. There is a test on Monday. So... All right. So as far as the continuation on here, now do we want to create an alternate save here to continue on from this point, or are we just going to load up the last one where we can undo all this?
I think the chat's reaction to my brutal murder of Megan.
Hey, I didn't want to influence you, but just saying, yeah, we have seemed to have frightened the children, so yeah, I think it might be best.
Where we are is a good place to stop for...
I think we also found out why Sokolov doesn't like the word deserve anymore.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. All right, so we're going to be wrapping it up for this week, and tell everyone to tune in next Sunday at 11 a.m. EDT, where we continue on with the Rampancy.net playthrough of Dishonored 2. We also want to let people know that we are going to be coming up. We're going to be posting another video, actually, to cover the Destiny 2 special event that they had just yesterday. We've actually got a little bit that is covering one of the new game modes that is going to be coming out, so stay tuned for that one as well. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. We certainly hope that you guys fun despite the horrendous horrific events. And we certainly hope that you enjoy all that we do. For all of our previous stuff, feel free to check us out on our YouTube channel at rampancy.net. And we'd like to let everyone know, yes, we've got subs up to 812.
Yeah, let me just
thank
the last couple of new subs. So since the last stream that we did, so the first one was Max Ross. Thanks very much for the sub on YouTube for Max Ross. Cool. Rapid Kick Media also on YouTube. Thanks very much for Rapid Kick Media. And just a few moments ago on Twitch, Arian Cardinal.
Oh, thank you, Arian. Oh, sweet. Okay, so that is definitely going to be, good to see. We don't get a chance to put up all the sub posts and everything all the time, but when we do recognize that we love it when people sub us, and we certainly hope that you enjoy all that we do. So we do definitely appreciate you. So that's going to be wrapping up for this week. I'd like to thank Jillybean and definitely Narc, and I certainly hope to catch all of you in our very next one. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's happened again. Someone's pulled the rug out from under you. An empire at your feet, and you've lost it all. Be honest, did you really deserve any of it? More important, what would you do to get it back? Careful, there's always a price to pay. What you decide will ripple across the years. Blood in the gutters and corruption on the wind. It'll be fun watching this unfold. What will you do with the power I've given you? How will you make your mark on this wretched world?
Cover your face, but I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time.
Before you strike. If you kill me, you become the assassin we claimed you were. You become one of us!
The years are long, but it's always good to see a familiar face.